Hello everybody, how are you? It's me, your boy Eguarin again. You remember? Yesterday was the first day of the Creator Showdown European version. So for me, it's a really good experience to be right here with you in this stream. But this time I will not be your caster. I will a support in the background because today we have three amazing content creators for T3 Arena and amazing players. Today we have Chauri, Triti God, and Yolo. Say hi to them everybody and see ya.
How are you boys doing? It's going to be a great one today. So, YOLO, how are you doing as our resident person from a horrible country. I mean, Europe. So how are you doing, man? Looks like Yolo, you there?
Yo, we can't hear you, YOLO.
Well, you know what? We'll go on to T3 God, a person from a great country, America. How are you?
I'm good, man. Ready to see some good games, some intense battles here with the EU teams here. It's gonna be fun to watch. Can't wait to see some high-level Victor gameplay. We've everyone's been talking about the Vic lately. Vic's kind of OP. I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of good Victors running around.
Oh yeah, for sure. And just so you guys know, the reason I'm so salty about Europe is because of how good these players are. NA is supposed to be the better region, but I'm not gonna lie to you. I've seen some of these players be better than America, so I figure I'll just trash Europe because I'm jealous, and that's what I do. But YOLO, we'll wait for him to just get back. Can you hear us? Well, guess not. Oh well, no worries. So I think he's probably setting up the lobby now. Anyways, so that'll be good. But what teams are we got? I know we have Jinx. I don't know who they're playing in this first round. Do you, God?
I do not, but I can actually check on this. Let me see who we're playing here.
All right. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm very excited to see Solaris because I don't know if you guys have seen this, but Solaris has just hit #1 on the leaderboards for all 28 heroes.
The
So,
Italian stallion himself, Solaris. Let's go, baby. The man, the myth, the
so
legend.
So now that Europe's got the best player in the world, as I said, I am salty, so I'll just be trashing Europe the whole time. No, that was just more of a bit for the very beginning, because they do have the best player in the world. I mean, Solaris is literally the best at every hero in the game, which is so crazy to think that you can actually do that. So pretty excited to see what he can do. First round, he played against Team BBG with Borshik, which is insane. To have to do that first round, and they came out of that. Jinx, I'm very excited to see what they're doing. They just get better every single time I play against them. So, I mean, there's just so much great talent in this tournament left, and I can't wait to see all of it.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be fun to watch. Who else is on Solaris' team? Is like Gucci playing and his team?
I'm not sure if they made it. But Solaris doesn't have Gucci. He has Blev, and then I don't know who the other guy is. His name is like Arrows or Archer or something. So I don't know who that actually is. I think
I'm
somebody
glad
changed their name.
I'm glad we got Blev the GOAT playing. That means we'll see some high Hua Ling gameplay. One of the best Huas up in here playing some that Hua. I feel like Hua's a little bit OP now ever since that buff that they gave her. I don't know what do you think about that, Short? Do you think that health and damage buff is a little bit OP for her?
I actually don't. The reason I don't is because they really needed the damage buff. You just couldn't do anything really against Osus, especially because if it wasn't for Neon, I do think it would probably be too much. But the fact that Neon's so meta now, like everybody has too much health for like Walling to really even have been effective before. So it's just one of those things that with Neon, you kind of have to give him that damage buff. And the health may have been too far. I'm not really sure yet. Especially because the shields are just everywhere now, and that really screws Wa over. So I think Wa's actually in kind of an okay place.
Yeah, I mean, I see. I get what you're saying, man, but like playing against IJ enough and Pemmy enough with Hua, it's bad, bro. It's like he'll just go in there and kill 5 people just instantly. It's crazy,
Yeah,
especially
no, I
a
mean,
pocketed Hua.
yeah, well, the biggest thing for me, like whenever I think about these kind of things, because of course it matters to us in competitive a lot. Like you also got to think of it as like the buffs are what's good and bad for the general population of the game. And yeah, like if you're playing the top 5 guys that are doing it, yes, that's annoying for sure. But overall, I don't think it's too bad.
Who else? Who else is playing in this? So we got Blev, we got Solaris. Is there any good Osis is playing? I'm sure Solaris might play a little bit of Osis.
Bro, I actually don't know that much about the EU scene as far as the players. Like, I know, of course, about the Saws, the Gucci's, the Solarises,
Yeah.
but I hate ping in this game, so I avoid playing crossover as much as possible.
Oh, here we go. I found the teams here. So it's the first game. or the semifinals here. Solaris, Blef, Carrillo versus Jix, Ali, and Gucci. I don't know if that's our the exclusive Gucci or not, but we got Gucci. And then we have Saw Mora Joker. That's gonna be a good team to watch. I think it's gonna be good. That's because Joker's a really good OSIS. Mora is just a flexible player. Saul's obviously good at everything too as well.
Yeah. Yeah, no, for sure. So definitely some good teams left. And man, I wonder if like Jinx is gonna come in there with his team and give some crazy stuff. Like, you know how we kind of had that surprise team in NA when we did the NA Creator Showdown, and it was so crazy. Like you see, you have the two teams that you think are gonna be like kind of steamrolling the third, and then it turns out to be complete opposite of what you thought, and just like they were really close matches all the way through for all three. Kind of when we had the same team, same thing happened this time.
Yeah, for sure. So right now, I think we're looking at trying to find these bands and everything. Let me. Okay, yeah, they're working on banning them right now. So I think one team we're waiting on a couple players. Solaris' team is fully ready.
All right, cool. And yeah, I'm just going in and looking at the teams right now because that is always nice to kind of just see what's going on. And I don't know, man. I'm just glad to see Crystal Assault back in the rotation of maps. I love seeing it, and it was really fun watching Crystal Assault the last time because things are so different from like what I think of when I think of 3v3. Because I basically just have that conception of what it used to be. Before we switched 5v5, and there's just completely new metas in for Crystal Assault, and I don't think anybody has enough practice to know what to do.
Yeah, I mean, and my thing is with game modes like Crystal Assault, and I mean, I guess it's really only Crystal right now. Anything that's not just like killing someone and just trying to, kill an opponent, trying to go for an objective, it's going to make you use different heroes. Like, there's not as many shells running around in like escort game as there will be in a Crystal Assault. And same thing. I mean, there's a lot more Judex. There's a lot more people that usually don't get played as much in Crystal, that you can play in Crystal Assault because it's more effective.
Yeah, no, for sure. And but yeah, because used to like Alexander, there used to be only you'd play Judex, and then you would have like what else was it? So it was Judex Shell, and then you would have like a Letta or whatever you really wanted to for the third, and that was annoying, man. Like just like it was a lot more cookie cutter. But this one, I've seen Jabali's come out, Rubies, like just a bunch of stuff. Victor is a big one. And so, like, you can pretty much play a lot more variety in this Crystal Assault than I remember in the previous 3v3 meta.
Yeah, for sure. And I feel like Victor is one of the most balanced tanks, but also like strong at the same time. I don't know if that makes sense, but you can use him in any game mode against pretty much any team comp. The only time I would not run a Victor if there's like a really good skatey that's just messing you up over and over again. Again, I always say the key with killing a Victor in a 5v5. You shoot the Victor's head a couple times first. Then when he uses his deflect, then you web him. Wait till like his deflect's almost over, then you web him. It's really the only way you can take him down. He's got so much health, and that deflect can just tank so much damage.
Yeah, it's absolutely wild what they can do. And another thing is like whenever they're in their deflect, I like to just go on Muscady and get myself to 3 bursts. That way the shot after is going to be a full headshot for 40, like 800. I find that works the best for me. Instead of just trying to hit them with a bunch of shots that don't actually do anything, just go ahead and stack it up to get your 4,800 blast on their head, like whenever they're out of it. All right. So are they going to be able to? So we got 3 players in, so we're only waiting for the other 3, but we do have them. They have not forfeited, so that part's good. And go ahead, God. Can you tell us what the bans are going to be?
Yeah, I don't think the other team chose their band yet, but let me just double check. So I don't want to announce it if the other team hasn't chosen yet.
All right, I gotcha. But what would you ban?
In my opinion, I'd always ban a Skady. Skady's good for countering dive. And if you go like Victor, Aletta, Shell, or something like that, you don't really have a good counter against that dive. I mean, Hua, Skady are the two best things to counter that.
Yeah, no, for sure. Honestly, like, I'm so tired of playing 120 FPS Letas. I just ban that.
Yeah, for sure. I
I
get
just
that,
ban
man.
a Leta just so I don't have to get mad.
Yeah, I mean, Aletas are just, I mean, a good Hua, though, or a good Skady should be able to kill Aleta in theory, especially in a 3v3. In 5v5, it's easier for her to flank around, do a couple thousand damage, go back around, get some more health, and take you out after that. But in 3v3, it's easier to focus her down.
Especially in a lobby that has Gucci. Like, I'm getting rid of that. Like,
Yeah, for
no
sure.
shot. I'm fucking dealing. I mean, I'm gonna deal with that because, dude, Gucci's just so good at that character, and it's so annoying. Like, it's to the point that I just lose my mind. Like, even now, like, I'm fuming thinking about it. Like, when you can almost make me say the F word on live stream, you've definitely, he did this to me yesterday, and I'm still mad.
Yeah,
So,
man. Gucci's he's a solid player. I remember when I first recruited Gucci, it was actually me and Solaris were playing against him. He was messing us up pretty hard with the Letta. I remember he's an Aleta main back then. Played a little bit of Osis too, but now he's just flexible. We can play pretty much anything.
yeah, I remember back when he was that Oleta main. Like, it's funny because I actually saw the evolution of him in real time because me and my wife would play every night before bed, and he would play around that time with his 3-stack, and it used to be to where, like, I would just beat him, Primo, and then it was someone else that I forgot the name of, like, every single time. Like, I would just completely destroy them, like, 15-0, get my clips, and get out of there. And then, like, a month later, it was like, okay, baby, I need your help. You need to make sure that you're, like, tanking here, or you need to heal. And then, a month after that, it was like, okay, you really, really need to help me. You need to pocket me. I need to get this Aleta down. And then after that, it became, all right, let's just wait a few minutes for them to get a game, and then we'll go in.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, a lot of people love dodging the high Qs, but there's no way to get better if you don't play against those good people. There's people like, Myron, when he used to play a lot. I mean, IJ, Solaris, Gucci, all those people. If you don't queue up against them, you're not going to get better at the game. You got to play against those good people to learn how they play and then how to counter them.
Yeah, and that's how Gucci got good. He would grind ranked, and then he would play in like casuals with his friends, which is where I was playing with my wife. And like, dude, I'm not trying to get better enough to play pro players with my wife. I'm dodging, but like, with Gucci, he never dodged in ranked, and he would play Myron over and over because that was just who would be dodged the whole time, so he could play him, and he got so much better. It was so weird to see it because month by month you would see Gucci go from like a guy that like I saw him all the time, but it was like a free win. Then it was hard. Then it was harder. Then it was just like, okay, it's not even worth trying to play this. And
Yeah.
he got better like that by playing in ranked against the best of the best, and just like getting so good. It's crazy how good he got, and now he's at the top. So
Yeah,
it
for
shows
sure.
that. Yeah, and it was it was only in like a 2-month span because he did it. He just grinded ranked, and like you can get really good at this game relatively fast. Like if you're out there and you want to play in these things, like man, just gotta grind ranked, and you'll get in and get out with a win.
Yeah, and my thing is, I mean, I love playing with Goddess. I mean, because when I play with her for like 4 or 5 games, it's a challenge because you're playing with if you're playing with a bunch of randoms and someone that's not as good at video games, you're forced to learn how to position yourself to stay alive longer, to stay in those team fights. So even if you do lose, you're still learning from a loss.
Yep. Yeah, so my wife's perfect, and she is not hard to carry at all. So unlike God, my wife's awesome, and I would never say anything about having to learn how to get better and carry, and how that's how I'm actually good at this game.
Hey, I can't lie. Goddess's fort has carried me a lot though. She stays on that point, man. She is the what do you call it? The objective player, man. She's playing
That's so
fort.
funny.
We'll sit
That's
corner the
exactly.
whole time.
Yeah, dude, my wife actually is a really good Jabali, like, and she'll be in the hill, and then like if there's no tank or no healer, she goes to one or the other, like, so it actually does help me win a lot of games. I'm not gonna lie, because you actually get a healer, you get a tank, you have that selfless player that's in there, and they actually help you. And a lot of the time, since they know everyone else on our team sucks, like I get a pocket tank, I get a pocket healer that's just on me the whole time, and so it actually is pretty nice.
Yeah, for sure. And it helps you get like if you have a good tank in your team, it helps you get a lot of spacing because you know they'll be on card. They'll help you push up when they need to. and then that way that you can push up to like their hallways, their doorways where they're coming through. You can push up without having to worry about someone behind you.
All right. Oh, and it looks like we do have one of the teams is going to be forfeiting, I think. Because it has been quite a while that we've been waiting for them, and I think they are going to end up forfeiting. I don't know which of them. They have 3. One side has 3, the other one has 2, so I guess one of the guys just didn't show up for the team.
Yeah, I definitely think it's Team Jix who is forfeiting because they had 2 people who are not showing up. So,
yep, that is absolutely rough. I mean, I guess I kind of get it. The thing is that like Gucci's one of the guys, so like man, like, maybe it's a family emergency or something. I don't see Gucci being afraid to lose on stream, so I don't
yeah,
think
I
of that.
mean,
Well, it happens sometimes. Things don't work out, but you know what? It's fine because we do have another one. So, how's this gonna work? I guess they're gonna meet the team that was in the losers finals, or this is
yeah.
gonna be or do we move straight to winner? I guess no. The team that is in lower bracket, I guess, automatically wins their game too.
So I think it's just going to be Solaris' team versus Saul's team, and then
Final.
I don't know how it's going to work yet in the finals. I don't know if Saul's team's going to have to win 2 best-of-3s.
That's how it was. That's how it was the last one in NA. So I'm assuming it's the same thing.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so if Saul's team beats them twice for 2 best-of-3s, then they win the championship. But if Solaris' team wins 1 best-of-3, then they win, right?
I think so. And so
Okay.
Saul is also the Saul from Exclusive, right?
Yes.
I've never actually seen him play it. All I hear is how him and Baru are the greatest thing since sliced bread, and I've never actually seen them do anything.
I mean, I would compare Saul to Baru now, but he is a really good player, man. He's very flexible. He can play a good Aletta, good fade, good tank. I mean, he can play jab. He can play skatey. He's a very flexible player. He plays Osis.
I'm an idiot. You were talking about SAUL.
Yeah, you're talking about Soul. Soul. Yes.
Okay,
Soul,
I was
Soul
like,
good.
yeah, I didn't want to say like, why are you letting Asian players play in the EU? And I wasn't gonna like rat him out or nothing, but I was like, I'm actually really excited to see this. But Saul, I am also really excited to see. He's one of the people that I was asked about, like who am I excited to see about playing in the like T3 Arena League, and one of those guys was Saul because the guy just makes plays, and it's really interesting to see, especially since he seems to have gotten better. Even that is he going to be able to translate that into even more wins, even better stuff than we saw him in Arena League, where he was showing out, man. So, I mean, him versus Solaris, I'm here for it.
Yeah, for sure. I can't wait to see that. I mean, that's just going to be some intense games. I love seeing Saul and Solaris and all them go at it because I know they have some intense games going on, especially when we do some scrims. I know they're very fun, and there's some trash talking before and after.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. And I think they are now trying to figure out if the forfeit is for both the losers bracket and this, but I do believe it's both.
I mean, I would assume it's permanent because
yeah, since it's
their
back to
teams not
back.
showing up. Yeah.
Yeah, there's just no time really. Like, there's no reason to wait another 5 minutes. Like, but I don't actually make the rules here. I am just a caster, so we'll find out. And it's our job to entertain you till that happens. And honestly, Solaris, I am going to be making a video on soon. Like, kind of just going over and analyzing some of his gameplays and kind of like showing what makes this guy the best player in the world, and some of the little things he does that kind of translates between the different characters and why he can be number 1 on all 28 characters. Which is so crazy to think.
Really, in all honesty, it doesn't take a lot of time to get to be like the number. You can win. I think it's like 20 games or something like that, and you can get to the. So I mean, he's probably played 500 games in the last month or so. But I mean, like, it's actually not as bad as it sounds because it's actually harder to just like grind up in this like the ranks of rank than it is to just get your heroes up high because I think when you win like 100 per game when you win.
Well, yeah, okay, yeah, sorry, T3 God. He has to win 460 games without a loss. Like, Oh, so sorry. Yeah, that's super easy, guys. So what you need to do is get to Superstar first, and then you need to win 460 games, or no, 560 games across 28 different heroes that are completely different, and never lose once, by the way. And then oh yeah, that sounds so easy. I forgot about that.
Solaris is just the GOAT. You can't compare Solaris to anyone. The man's number one on every hero in the game.
All right, so basically, what God told all of you at home, it's so easy. What you do is you get to Superstar and then win 20 games in a row on Diggy.
Yes. The huge key is there. He is playing with two good teammates in EU lobby, so he's going to be playing with Joker and Moira on his team, or Gucci and Joker on his team.
No, I know. No, I'm just busting your balls, but it is funny. It's not that hard.
Not that bad. Not that bad.
Without losing on 28 characters, and I'm sitting over here just trying to string together 5 wins on my best one.
I get you, man. I get you on that. I think my last 10 games, I probably got 8 losses. So I've been there.
Solo's so hard, because you'll get games where the other team will have 3 superstar, and you'll get a team of 3 at masters, and then it's just that one's a loss.
Yeah, dude, I get that, but it's always good for sure. Like whenever one time I was queuing just solo, and I got IJ, Rinks, and who was the other one? IJ, Rinks, and Slime on the other team in a 3-stack. And I went 18-1 with Mark. They were not expecting that.
Rough. Yeah, I got them on my team, and I went 11-1 on Walling, and I was like, so this is what it's like to play with good people. Okay, now I see why people do this.
Yeah, for sure. It's nice to play with good people. It's all about making space to make plays. You can't do anything if there's 5 people rushing at you at one time.
Yeah, so I stay at the same spot of the whole map the whole time, so everyone knows where I'm at. So if 5 people rush at me. Because how do you think I get so many shorts on playing 3 games a day?
Yeah.
You have to stay in the same spot so everyone knows where you are. But it doesn't necessarily make you the best player. So when you play against the best people, you don't know all the best spots to be at. So I do not recommend copying that style. Very, very rough. But luckily, I think we do have the finals lobby made, and we are starting to get everybody in there. And so, hey, we only have this team, but hopefully it goes to a double series. That would at least be good. What is it with people making it far in tournaments and then forfeiting?
Yeah, man. I feel like I don't know. I get stuff comes up, life happens, but at least send a message. Just let someone know, hey, we're not going to play today.
Yeah, no. Yeah, man. Yeah, it does happen sometimes, but what you gonna do? And hey, wait. So Solaris was in the semifinals. Does that mean that or was that? I think that was the winner bracket. Okay, that was just the winners. Okay, I gotcha. I was about to say, does that mean they lost?
Yeah, I don't think that. Yeah, I think that was a winners bracket. So
who ended up beating Saul's team?
I'm assuming Solaris's, but I can probably find the actual bracket here.
Yeah, I just went that one. I don't know. Actually, now that I look at it. Yeah, I can't find who they ended up losing to, but whoever it had to been, it had to have been Solaris' team. So is this a rematch?
Yeah, it's probably a rematch.
I guess Gucci's team could have.
So I think we might be doing a filler game. We're gonna grab Saul and Joker, and then that other person from Team Jix is gonna play against Solaris' team just as a filler. It's not gonna count as any thing against Solaris' team if they do lose.
Okay, so it's just gonna be a warm up and just give us some little bit of extra content.
Yeah, I think that's
good.
What's going on here.
Well, we did start the stream 30 minutes ago, and now we're just getting our first game. But that does happen sometimes. I'm sure Gucci had a family emergency. He's not the one that's gonna just basically just not say anything and not show up. So.
Yeah, for sure. And you got 2 awesome casters for you here today that we can just talk talk all day.
Oh yeah, and the more practice we get, because guys, make sure you write in the comment and chat that you want T3 God in the Arena League, because that is the goal. We got one of the best players that ever do it, most knowledgeable people. He's got a new camera, got a new mic. This man is ready to go, and so make sure that you tell T3 that that's what you want, because if we have enough people in the community that want it, then we can probably get it. So we get to show off his talents even more, which is perfect.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Shori, and make sure y'all sub to Shori on YouTube. Always comment on his videos and everything too, because he's got some fire content. He puts up some great shorts.
Yeah, I actually gotta start making real videos again now that I'm home, man. It's gonna be great. Like I'm planning on making some analysis type videos on some of the pro players, like Slime. Now that he's streaming, like gonna be doing one on him. And Solaris, one of the best EU players to ever do it, gonna be doing one on him. So, plan on doing a bunch of things like that. I like making those kind of videos, and I find it helps people get better if you can see what the best in the world are doing, and then have somebody explain it to you in ways you can understand about exactly what they're doing and why, instead of them just doing it and it kind of just slipping past you. Because a lot of it's like a lot of the pro players, what people don't understand is the reason they're so good isn't that they have the best aim, that they're doing all these things, which does help, but it's all the little things. It's like hundreds of little things on every map that they check this corner, they do this, they do that. Like it's those little things and playing thousands of games to get it down. Like, and you might not even notice they're doing it. And like, so having those things pointed out, like, can help you learn those little things a little bit faster.
Yeah, and there's one thing that never it doesn't. This makes me more mad than anything. So when you are about to have a team fight and your tank has like half health and doesn't go and get health packs, there's nothing more that bothers me more than that. Like that's one of like the small things that like a good player will be like, hey, I'm gonna go get health before this next team fight, or like at least your healer will go heal if they have a healer. But when you don't fill up your health to like max health before a team fight, it's just literally just free damage given to the other team.
For sure. And it's another thing that happens a lot is the tank will either go out too early, or like you'll have like DPS just trying to make these wild flanks like right like, as the team's starting, and that's when they decide to break off to flank.
Yeah.
And it's just like, and then that gets everyone to stagger, and so like just working with your team like can help you be so much better. Like, even if you aren't, like, the greatest player in the world, your aim's not great, you don't know these little situationals, just stick with a buddy, even if that guy doesn't know you're doing it. Like, just, like, having two people together makes it where it's harder to focus one for the other team, and, like, it's just a problem to deal with having two guys on you. Like, no matter how good you are in this game, if you have two, like, half-competent people shooting you, it's difficult.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely get that because it's that's why Skatey's such a good hero because she's good about making sure one person stays still. You don't have to worry about that one person for a couple seconds, and then you can ping that other person, and then you focus on the other person. So it's good about like if there's two people pushing you at the same time. Skatey's really good at that. Same thing with Hua. I mean, she's got the invis, she's got the one shot kills, and then also looks like we got the bans in here. Looks like both teams banned Aletta.
All right, all right. That is very good. And honestly, we are going to be able to get into this soon. If you are playing in these tournaments, just please communicate with the tournament organizers. Like they have such a hard job. We don't need to make it harder.
Yeah, definitely. It's a lot having to deal with multiple chats, multiple players, all the teams, people leaving, all that kind of stuff at the same time. So appreciate everything they do as well.
Yep. Shout out to I Love You, ILU. He's the GOAT of Prodigy Thrive. He makes all this stuff run and work, and even when we have players that just aren't responding and just are being wild, he gets through it, and that's got to be the most stressful thing. Knowing a stream's going, having people who aren't doing right that you can't control and stuff. So, shout out to that guy for doing all this for us to be able to have these kind of tournaments.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't deal with that. Like that's so stressful.
Hey, here we go.
All right, we're finally getting into it, God. What do you think is gonna be the key to this match? Like, do you think any of these guys are gonna bring out a certain hero?
So I don't know who's that other player. Is it Haku? Is that what his name is there?
That is actually Saul, by the way.
Oh, so that's Saul, Joker, and then Jix. I haven't played much against Jix, so I'm not sure exactly what he plays. I think the huge thing, it just depends on their team comp first to see what, who's going to be the one they need to take out first. But I'm sure Blev's going to go a little bit of Hua and a little bit of Skady. I think Blev would be a person to pick first, just because he's going to be the one outputting a lot of damage, at least I would think. I don't know what this the other player in Solaris' team plays as well. Ace's team. I don't know that. I don't know what he plays.
I honestly expect it to be Walling. I mean, his name's Archer.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming it's going to be something like that, but I actually have no idea. And I don't know, that's one thing that I'd definitely like to see is okay, so we got, all right, so who do we got here? One sec, let me alter.
So that looks like Blev's on Christina. We got Solaris on Chemist, and then we have their other player on Fort.
All right, yep. So we are going to end up having the Walling. And, all right, so do you think the Fade Tank... Okay, I think someone might have disconnected here. So you've been telling me that Fort is actually really good for a little while now. I know in 5v5 you can be good, but against a Fade, do you think that that's a better choice? Or, I mean, especially on E-Core, the Fade just seems like a better choice to me.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. And you know what? I've never actually tested this out. When Fort gets pinned, I don't know if he, when he uses abilities, he take less damage there.
I don't think you can use abilities when you're pinned, so you would have to hit it before you actually get pinned.
Oh, nice.
But I mean, you sometimes know if you're screwed and you're gonna get pinned, so like you could kind of fire it. So I think that if it's beforehand, it'll affect it, but you can't do it while it's happening.
Oh, nice.
Right there, we do have the Chemist, and man, I'm not gonna lie, I hate every Chemist that's ever been on my team because they just don't have the skills of these guys, Solaris especially. But the fact you can't heal yourself anymore on Chemist just makes it so bad to me.
Saul Skady's doing nice here. He did pick that Chemist. I mean, they might win the team fight from that. Picking that healer first is going to be huge. And it looks like the Ford is like somewhat not playing here.
Yeah, I mean, he did actually move out there at least. And in private matches, there are no bots, so he is moving. But, I mean, right here, we are... Okay, so it looks like the fort is lagging is what it is. Alright, well, we do have an Osus out here now, and that is going to be an important thing, is can he get the picks right here? He is going in, and it looks like he's just not able to get any angles. E-Core is a hard map because of those angles. Do you think the Osus should be in a different spot, or if it's the fact that it's basically 2v3, they're just going with whatever?
Yeah, I think it's the fact that it's 2v3, they're just going with whatever, but I mean, at the same time, Osus is better in high ground here, I think. Just because you can smoke, get away, and then go to the other high ground like pretty easy.
That's what I was thinking. He was playing more in the middle. That's why I didn't know if I was just missing a strategy thing. Sometimes the strategies evolve in this stuff so quick that it's always good to ask.
Yeah, definitely. Well, that's a quick 0-1 there with Saul's team playing Saul, Joker, and Jax.
You know what the real implications of this that are kind of scary is?
What?
The team that's actually playing is the guy who has a guy that's lagging so bad he can't play.
Yeah, I know.
So, like, it's kind of good that this happened so they knew, like, because imagine if this happens in the finals, and then you find out that there, and you have to try to scramble to fix it there. So, I mean, good thing we're doing this show match because that could be rough.
Yeah, for sure. It's always good to have some pre-game show matches then before the real finals.
That is for sure. But so is Chemist good? Because I know Solaris is one of those people who says he plays it. I think he just likes it. But like every Chemist I have is just like it's so terrible, and shields kind of screw over your heals a lot with it.
Yeah, I think in 3v3 she'll be okay because it's harder for her to get focused down. But I think it's gonna be a good game to watch. It looks like everyone's actually here playing now.
All right, well that's good. I was really worried that we might have the archery thing where he just doesn't play, and basically in the finals and stuff. But oh man, the mark! Oh, you gotta love to see it, and he does a great job there to end up getting one and then get some damage. And the Fade does end up missing him, but he is gonna focus down that Chemist, and that fort play man, allowing to get Solaris out of there without many distractions. Solaris still alive, and that is so impressive. And I think it's all due to that fort blocking, not only with the shield, but actually jumping in front of the Fade balls to take the damage.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, look at Solaris, though. I mean, he's just completely healing up this fort over and over again. He's not even, like, taking any damage, it looks like.
And playing around that fort shield is actually really insane how he's doing such a good job, because remember, he cannot heal himself. He has to either get out of the fight, which for Chemist is very hard, but playing around the fort shield is actually a pretty good strategy to allow Chemist to actually work.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely agree with that. I mean, and Chemist is actually like a decent counter to fort, because the anti, he can't regen his armor right away. It takes him a while to regen that armor back.
Yeah. And I didn't even think about that. Both Victor and Fort, their armor pulls are just so insane that it's really nice to be able to stop them from kind of getting it back. That way the healer has to work a lot more on the other side, and your DPS have to work a lot less. Right here, just doing his best to take him down. And, I mean, we have some damage coming out from Solaris there, man. Like, he is basically just full on keeping that Fade up. And I think the Fade is basically doing the same thing that Fort was, where like that shield and Solaris is masterfully playing around it, but he can't do it here. He ends up living. Oh my god, how is he able to be alive here? And he's still just attacking everything, keeping his Christina up, and he is just ready for the next one.
Yeah, and that play that he made on that Fade was actually insane. He went in there, he antied him, got him low health, and then he knew he couldn't heal himself, so he just jumped in there and killed him. And look at this play of the Neon right here, too.
Oh my god, the Neon able to get him. That was actually a really good play by the Neon there, but I agree with you. That was a perfect one to go for him. And this Christina on a 2, and the Christina going out, he's got some pretty big damage out. If this Christina can get either the Neon or the Fade, I mean, the very least keep them low, and that can help keep Solaris back in the fight, because Solaris has a long way to walk, and I mean, that's suppression damage, because you can't just stand there and eat those Christina bullets, especially in 3v3, there's a lot less targets, so the Christina is able to kind of just focus down people. There's really good suppression there by that Christina's.
Yeah, and Fade also has some good suppression too. I hate having to dodge his primary fire there over and over again. It's so annoying when you're in a hallway and he's just lobbing those in there.
Oh, for sure. I mean, and if you get hit by 2, you're done. So, and then those things will kind of sometimes on E-Core stay around a little bit, like in the middle, and so like it kind of will block a doorway almost, and that's so annoying.
Ooh, nice pen there.
Very nice, but still alive, and he tries to go for the reversal. It doesn't work, and Solaris unable to keep him up. And now we have the Osus out, and if this Osus can get some picks, this could be kind of the turn in the game. But no, he actually runs into a Christina ult from across the map.
And Blev's still surviving against this Fade too. He's doing a good job staying alive. He's doing a lot of distractions to where the other team, or their team can go cap point. Like look at this right now, he's trying to cap point. Got a halfway.
Yeah, 100%, and he actually got that guy low as well. And oh my god, the death. I mean, the Neon's gone, so now it's just Fade and Osus, which isn't great, but they also killed the Osus did pick Solaris off, so that is going to be a nice help there. No more Chemist to worry about, and now they just need to get through those shields, but the Osus has run away, and as an Osus, there's nothing more annoying when you're close up on this map than a Fade, because he can just lob stuff at you, and then you got to worry about him bouncing from behind you, in front of you. What? It's just so rough, and he actually turned mid-air, or mid and actually got the healer there.
Yeah, that was nice. And I think he was amped up by the Chemist too, so it did, like, you know, I think it's a one-shot kill when you have a Chemist ult on you.
That is wild. And to be able to turn like that in that tight radius, that was actually kind of crazy. But he is going to be able to get some good damage here. That Osus might actually get hit by this. This is a terrible spot to be in on Osus because you're kind of trapped. And to end up going, he did hit him with that. So the Osus is in a little bit of trouble. He's got the Neon up there, but the Neon's one shot. This Neon might fall here, and it is going to just actually be completely fine. Neon got out of there. Oh my god, the Neon is in trouble. He ulted, so now he's not going to die. But that does pop the ult. He is going to be able to top everyone up, but he's still kind of low himself. I mean, that Neon's going to be a victim soon, but they do pin the Chemist and get Solaris again. This is going to come down to the wire, and with no healer, I think this is going to be bad for Team Solaris. This needs to be a lot of damage coming out of this Christina, and he does end up hitting someone he didn't mean to shoot. That's going to be even more damage and make this a little hard for the Neon, but their Fade goes down. The Chemist is low, and now that he loses his teammate, it is all over for Solaris' team. I mean, I assume they're going to kill the Chemist. Yeah, okay.
He almost had ult, though. He could have clutched it there for a little bit. He almost had that ultimate.
Team Solaris going down.
That was a good round, 299. It was a good game. I'm happy that everyone was able to play. We got all our stuff set up. Now we can watch some intense games going on here.
Oh, for sure. Sorry about that. Just asking a question of production. But oh my god, that was a very good game and went right down to the wire. I am glad that they were able to get the Fort guy to be back. There we go. And then so I'm glad they were able to get the Fort come back. That ended up helping a lot having him actually play. Shocker.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely agree with that. Yeah, the Fort was actually coming back to play there. He did switch to Fade. I think the huge key was I think Bleb needed to hop off the Christina a little bit. I think against an Osis Fade Neon, it's kind of hard to get a pick there because Neon can just heal you up, and there's not 5 people where you can just spray your Christina bombs. I think he would have been a lot better there on like Skady or like on Hua.
No, I'm with you 100%. And like, I'm not gonna lie, that Christina was doing a good bit of damage, but I think the other team, like, having a little bit more targeted DPS kind of ended up helping them.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely agree with that because that Osis was doing a really good job just getting picks before every fight. He would either get Chemist or he would pick out Blev there.
Yep, no, I'm with you 100%. And like Solaris actually did such a great job though healing on Chemist. It kind of makes me want to play Chemist a little bit more, or at least not berate my teammates when they play Chemist as much.
Yeah, and Solaris again, he's #1 player. He can play anything. He can pull out Diggy and do a good job.
Oh, yeah, he had to go 20-0 on Chemist too. Easy. Actually, when you are playing with IJ and Bean or whoever, I guess it kind of is a little easier, but it is still, dude, just playing 560 games, like that's a lot, but to win all of them at Superstar on every character, it's, dang. That guy definitely earned his #1 spot, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely. He really did.
And then not only that, like the funniest part about him going for #1, now that EU is on top, he actually did have to wait for someone to lose because someone else was #1 ahead of him on Christina for the longest time, and the guy just never played Christina, so he couldn't get it.
Yeah, it was almost to where he could only get second on one hero. That would have been very bad. But now he can be #1 on every hero. He's going to have a video. That's going to be some prime content for us, Solaris, being the #1 player at every single hero on T3. I think it's the first time anyone's ever done that.
It's for sure the first time. Like, and that goes back to like any leaderboards, not just like in our current iteration of how it works. Like this is the first time it's ever happened anywhere. I don't know if anyone's actually been top 5 on any hero before.
Yeah, I think Soul, Soul, has before. So I remember he plays a wide range of heroes, but I don't know if he got it for every hero.
Yeah, because every hero includes like Chemist and Diggy, and also Chemist used to be worse than it was now. So like I don't know if Soul did that. Like that's some torturous stuff right there. You have to hate yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
Do that with the old Chemist, dude. Although I mean, I guess he also had to win 20 games without losing with 0 Kelvin.
Yeah, I mean, Kelvin's really not as bad as people think he is, honestly. I've seen WCG go absolutely crazy on Kelvin.
I've seen WCG play a bunch of characters that aren't good and act like they're good, but I mean, him and you are basically just the same in that way, where like you both will play just absolutely nuts on characters that nobody has any business being on.
Yeah, it's like kind of like me with Ya. Like no one plays Ya, but I'll pull out Ya, I'll pull out Vincent, and I'll pop off every now and then. Yeah, I know sometimes it's a throw playing Vincent, but it's fun.
But like, well, you used to play Ya. Like Ya's not as bad now, but it used to be like really bad, and you would play her, and you'd do well every time too. But hey, and you like playing with Jet Plane? I enjoy Yaw a bunch. I'm not gonna lie, it's one of my favorite characters to play. So I'll play it. I don't care.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the combos with her are actually just insane. You can like just have like a triple or quadruple dash where you're doing like, if you think about it, one dash does like 2k damage, but if you hit 4 people, that's 8k damage, and you kill one person, dash back, and hit another 3 people, that's 4 more k damage. You're doing like 20k damage in an instant if you wipe a team like that.
Yeah, I actually did 5 dashes in a row to kill 5 people at the end of a escort game, and that was a great short.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, so I got super lucky. But the problem with Yaw is you have to have a good team for it to work.
Yeah, definitely. It's not like Aletta or Osis, because like if you're pushed in and you use a dash and there's no one there to help you follow up, you're just gonna die. You have no chance.
Yaw's one of those weird characters where you can like be a game changer for your team if they're like good, but they're good to a certain level. But if you have absolutely nothing, wait, Diggy at a letter band. I guess Diggy's just a throwaway pick, but it's so weird that people keep doing throwaway bans because in this format, it only bans things for the other team.
Yeah, it looks like Team Solaris banned Diggy and then Team Jix banned Aletta.
I think that they just didn't want any bans, but I don't think they realized that like the bans don't affect them. But it's okay, you know, it is what it is. Well, so we are going to be going in here, and I'm not going to lie to you. I think Solaris team's going to win all the way, but Saul is so good that, like, I'm not going to count him out on anything.
Oh, Joker, man.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't want to discount the other people, too. But, like, Saul is just, to me, Saul's in that, like top of the Arena League kind of category. Like,
yeah. I mean, I think Joker's one of the most underrated players because I don't really see him talk a lot, but he has a very good Osis and he's good with those long range heroes like Hunter, Judex, Osis.
All right. Nice. All right, and again, I don't play as much in the EU, and since they weren't allowed in Arena League, I don't study up on how good all these guys are as much. But I actually do know Joker's name, which, so like, if you're from EU, and I know you are, like, I mean, I know who all these people are, but it means you're good. I mean, obviously, if you're in the finals, makes you pretty good.
Yeah, for sure. And I can't wait to see this one. So they got an Iris be able to pocket Solaris. I mean, they might change, you know. A lot of people like to, you know, choose random throwaway heroes and attack here and then change once the people get here in defense. Like, who knows if they actually do change. But it looks like a legit comp that they're running.
Yeah, and I will always, in every single one of these, except when I'm lazy, if I'm on attack, I always play Johnny Jet. That way the other team will, like, force Hunter, and then right before it comes out, I'll just change heroes.
Yeah, definitely. It's always smart.
And it works every time, too, because nobody wants to play Johnny Jet without Hunter. But we do have the Fade just sitting on the cart, and he's just going to be baiting out, waiting for the Osis to pick him off. And it's going to be really important for this Osis to hit some of these shots, and he is not able to so far. And he really wants to get that Christina, but the Christina with a perfect positioning, not letting that happen. And that Fade is low, but so is Ono. This Ono getting healed up real good. The problem with the Fade is he has no healer other than a Hunter. So, I mean, it's going to be rough. If they can focus that Fade, it's going to be over. And the Osis is already down. And now the Hunter able to get himself back up, the Fade down, and it is going to be all over for this. And man, God, they are going to need a healer, I think. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, either that or they need something to take care, like a flanker, because a flanker would be able to take them out pretty easy here, like an Aletta. They did bring out a Skady. I don't know if they had a Skady in the beginning there, but I think Aletta would be a good choice. I don't know if that's... I think none of that, it's not banned for that team, so I think it'd be good, because this Ono's actually very strong about people who can't flank and who can't regen their health. So Ono has a good chance to pop off here.
Yeah, and the Johnny is just going to get hit because, I mean, it goes through stuff, so, like, you're going to get wrecked by this Ono, and the Johnny does end up escaping, but, I mean, not much, and this is going to be a huge problem here. I mean, having those heals, if you can't get those kills quickly, you are in a lot of trouble, and Ono hit the Osis for an insane amount, and what a shot from a long-range blast. That was an insane shot right there, and he is able to take him out, and Solaris just doing work. They do need to take this JJ, but he will die soon enough, and I think they are going to get the checkpoint, and that is just going to be huge because Giga Cave, you don't have to go super far to end up making it work. And honestly, I just don't know that Johnny Jet's the move. They are going to need to pull something off here, and I think either having a healer or just doing something that kills a little bit more. You can't be going for the stall tactics against this one.
Yeah, I mean, especially because Johnny Jet's going to get countered hard by Ono, Christina as well. And then also when Iris puts her little damage orb on Johnny Jet, you can see him when he's invis. So all three of those things are pretty much a counter to Johnny Jet.
And Bled hitting a super long range shot to kill the Osus, and then he hits a wall bounce to end up getting the back of the Johnny Jet, throwing it off the mountain in front of him. That was kind of wild. I don't know that I've seen that happen very often. And then
See you, Mr. Bled! Go!
Lev out here going insane, and now he is getting back. He's got a little bit of damage, but he should be able to live here. Oh, the 9 streak on the guy behind him. He gets the Victor that's chasing him with no problems, and he is able to get healed all the way up. And remember, every single one of those shots is having that extra damage because of the healer. Iris putting it on him most of the time. Like, he's getting 10% extra damage out of it half the time. I mean, this is absolutely huge from this team. I mean, if you can cap on Giga Cave, you're in great shape. I mean, when you got 3 minutes left and you're about to cap, ooh, it's going to be a hard one for the other team to attack, because at this point, the other team just has to play a full-on stall. You don't even have to kill anyone.
Yeah, I mean, they're rolling right now. I mean, I think they need to go tank comps to stall here. Tank healer. I mean, they did bring out Aletta finally. Aletta's going to counter him pretty hard. I mean, we need Saul and Aletta to go kill the Iris, kill the Christina.
Absolutely, and they do have the tank and the healer with the Aletta now, but, like, I mean, you gotta do this earlier. I think, especially against a team as good as Solaris' team is here.
Look at the play, Solaris, bro! Look at that play!
He baited him off, and then he goes in, get it, with the ult.
Yeah, with the ult, man. He had 6 meters left. He ulted him off. Yeah, that was awesome. Good job, Solaris. Good stuff, man.
And then they baited Sol out with the healer, and then he used the Ono to get the other 2 back into spawn.
What a Ono play, man. Ono's so good at that. The last like 5 or 6 meters to just ult him off the point. That's a huge play.
Yeah, God, you know that never happens with me though, because I'm not gonna lie, I just use it to get like people like thrown up on the ceiling for no reason.
Nah, see, you have to use it. Like, my favorite thing to do is if there's someone like a Christina missed her ult, you get to ult someone into that Christina ult. It's awesome.
Nope. No shot, man. I am just throwing them up in the air the second it comes up. Like, sorry, it's too fun. I cannot contain myself. But I do agree with you. It's better to do it that way, and sometimes I will, but for the most part, it's just like, ooh, can I make like if I see a Osus jump in the air, a Chris jump in the air, I just hit them with it. It's fun.
Oh, we get to see the cheese ball man come out today with Kelvin. Can't wait to see Solaris' Kelvin play. Kelvin's actually pretty strong here on defense, I think. I know WCG loves to play Kelvin on this map.
Yeah, and like I said earlier, like, these guys don't even have to play. Like, they have to stall. Like, so it's not about getting a kill. I mean, just sitting there behind your ball, like, and making them stall and just hit damage into you, like, you don't even have to actually kill anyone. You can literally just sit there and stall the whole time, which is why they're playing double tank. And they have to go through that cheese ball, which honestly, they shot that thing down quick there. But they're gonna have to do so much damage here. Oh my god, how are they actually killing his snowball so fast? That's actually crazy. The Gloria's damage is stupid.
Yeah, Gloria outputs stuff. I mean, it's got to be the second most in the game. Gatlin's first, and then Gloria second.
I don't know, if you hit headshots, which everything on the ball is automatically a headshot, I think it might be faster for Gloria. It does this crazy amount of headshot damage. Yeah. But either way, I mean, still, to make it go down that fast, I didn't know it was like that. That's crazy. But we are going to end up having them get a little bit of trouble here. I mean, you got to start getting these kills quick, because you only got 3 minutes. Like, it's almost to the point that you can't even win at this point.
Yeah, and Solaris, look, he's 1-0, just stalling. This is why he's #1 in the game with every hero. He can play every hero in the game. He's playing Kelvin against these 3 good people, and he's just stalling with Kelvin right now.
He's about to be 1-1 here. Actually, no, an unbelievable play here from Archer to be able to get in there, and Archery is just too good at healing, dude. He's been doing an amazing job now on 2 characters, and he gets the kill, and now going in, they finally get him, but Solaris not only was kept up by Archery, but gets both the kills, and so now they are good to go. And I mean, honestly, at this point, this map's almost over. It's almost mathematically impossible to win. That is crazy, just to see the utter domination here.
And something that with Kelvin people don't realize, you can use his hockey stick to hit. So if there's like 3 meters left you need to go, you can literally hockey stick a Jib Ollie off a point. You don't even have to hit him with anything.
I actually didn't know that. That's actually crazy.
Yeah, I'll have to send you a video of WCGU later. It's actually pretty crazy. It's like a big tip for Kelvin there.
Yeah, well, I mean, right here, we are going to be able to go in and just get some shields out. The Kelvin does finally die, but, I mean, it doesn't matter because they, like I said, if they cap it with 3 minutes, I mean, you don't even have to play at that point or kill anyone. You can literally just sit there and stall out. A really good job there by him to flick off his stun to try to help from behind, and LAVEB hits the ult, getting 2, and now there's 1 left with 3 conversions straight on him. He's getting out of there.
Yeah, Blev's just been popping off, man. Blev has just been crazy this game. He was like 10-1 with Christina last round. This round he's 4-1 with Ruby, just outputting so much damage and so much shield, so much tanking going on here by Blev.
Yeah, just absolute domination all the way through. Okay, I was confused why he had so many balls. He hit his ult. All right. But I was about to say, that's a bunch of balls. But right here, we are going to have both tanks. And I mean, the game is already over functionally either way. I just don't think they want to let him get to the middle just out of principle. Which, I mean, honestly, it doesn't make you bad to not go through the mid checkpoint on Giga Cave. Like, that happens a lot. But the fact that they were able to get that 3-minute cap just going all the way through, I think it was just a little bit of a mismatched comp at first that really hurt the other team. Just not having that healer or anything to have an answer to kill the other team's healer. But now with Blev just going off, getting 1, and now he's going for more. He does end up getting sniped in the back though, so nice job on Jix, and now they're going to try to get the midpoint. That way we can sit here for 3 minutes for no reason.
Let's go, team.
Hey, more gameplay for us to watch. I'm down for it, actually. So let's see if we can get some nice picks here. And you know, 5-2 on the Osus, not bad, but I mean, he's got to get a little bit more support from the team. That would have been nice. But right here, okay, going in, nice, good kill there. And you know, and I believe that this game doesn't count, so that part's good. Remember, these aren't actually a team; it's only half of Saul's team. So there's that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Jix is doing a great job. His positioning's nice here against those double tank lineup. It's really hard to run Osus against the team comp that they have right now.
Yep, and right here we are gonna have the Aletta flanking around. Okay, I like the idea. The problem is that Aletta has no health. He needs to get it back somehow. I mean, he only got a half heal, so I mean, he's gonna be going in without his teammate. That's going to be rough. He is actually doing a great job to do the damage. Wow, really good damage out here. And he's going up for the healer. This is a really good job here by the Aletta, but he's in a lot of trouble. Nice teleport. And now it is going to be a race to see if he can finish him off. Luckily, he is able to get archery. And now Blev also dying. And now it's all for the 0 Kelvin. Can they end up saving a little bit of face at the end? And now a lot of damage coming out onto this 0 Kelvin. Oh, Solaris very low here. He's going to die. And Jix able to hit him with a headshot. Nice kill off the Osus. And now Fade doing his thing. He is going to be able to get a lot of damage off here. He needs to kill the lamp, but instead they're just going to chase him away. And now he is going to be end up I don't know about that charge there, but going for Blev. He does end up getting him, so what do I know? And now, I mean, that archery has just been alive for days on no health. How is he still alive? The guy still has 1 bar. Oh no, he died. It's just a glitch. Okay, I was about to say, there's no way.
Yeah, this man's been healing like crazy, honestly. With a double tank lineup, you need a good healer to take that damage away from you there, heal you up a little bit, and make you survive longer. Kelvin's doing a great job surviving here, so is Ruby.
Yep, no, for sure. And you know what? Right here, we are going in, and Joker doing a great job to live, and he's got a lot of damage coming out. Jix helping him out with a nice snipe, and they do end up capping. 3 minutes a little too late, but they capped, and that's all that matters.
They did. Now we got one more game, just another kind of like a warm-up game for the finals here for Saul and Joker. So we'll see how this one goes. I think this is a Crystal Assault, right?
The next one is Crystal Assault, yes.
Nice.
Actually, I think they're confirming that they want to do that. I don't know if we're going on to the finals or whatever. So wait. So I think the finals is a best of 5. I don't remember. Pretty sure it's best of 5. All right. So, I mean, the good news is that like these are friendly matches, so I don't know how we're actually doing this one, so we'll find out. But the good news is that we got some good games in, and man, Jix was actually popping some heads towards the end with that Osus.
Yeah, for sure. Jinx was doing a good job. It sucks that his other two teammates didn't show up here today. But I mean, the amount of sort of chance there. I mean, with his Osis gameplay, he was doing a great job.
And to be clear, he didn't mean the two teammates in that game. He meant his original two teammates. Saul
Yes,
and
correct.
yeah, Saul's team did good in that match. But yeah, I agree. If his teammates would have shown up for their match, that would have been ideal. But I mean, can't win them all. Especially because like his teammates were like Gucci and I forgot the other guy, but like that's a really good team. Like they had, so they really had a shot.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree because I mean, Gucci's a good player. I've never really seen Jix play very much, but he's doing a good job too as well. But yeah, I mean, it would have been a good game to watch against Solaris' team.
Yep, I would have had fun doing that, but hey, what you gonna do? And it is weird because I had kind of expected Archery to play like I don't know Wallying or like Osus or something, but they've been playing healer and man, have they been doing a great job of it. They also played tank on the first map, so it is cool to see that you got a good support player. That makes me like I think the team I'm probably going for in the finals is actually going to be Solaris' team because you got the number one player on every hero that ever lived. And then you got a guy that's selfless, playing really good on all different types of healer heroes, and also playing on some tank heroes as well. So
Yeah, for sure. And I got to root for my Italian stallion, Solaris. I've known him since like early days of this game. I mean, first couple months of playing. I mean, a year and a half ago, I've been playing with this guy. So I always got to root for my guy, Solaris.
to be very clear, I'm not biased like T3 God. So please stop saying in the chat and comments that I'm biased because I'm not. That's what bias looks like, saying that I'll root for this person no matter what.
Let's go. I got to root for him. But I mean, I am going to root for Saul's team because Saul's also part of exclusive, man.
I know,
Saul and Joker both. It's all the
I know.
exclusive EU players playing against each other.
I know, but this is the problem is like it'll be a finals with two exclusive teams and I'll get called biased for exclusive because they're both in the finals. Oh man, you know what? I've never had a player tell me I'm biased towards exclusive, so that actually plays in the comp that I'm casting. So I just ignore everything else. But man, I'm not gonna lie, that comment used to like really irritate me for a minute. But so now I'm transferring on the caster bias thing to you.
Yes, I'll take it.
You're
I'll take
welcome.
that caster bias.
You're welcome.
I'll happily embrace it.
Uh, but no, I don't know, man. Like I remember rooting for Saul like before he was exclusive in our first arena league, man. Like or I guess it was the first 5v5 one, where he just popped off, man. You could tell like that's the guy, that's the star of the team, like and and then he like developed way past that already. So that he's definitely my like big pick for who should we be excited to watch for. Saul's definitely the guy.
Yeah, definitely. His Aletta is actually, I don't know, him and Gucci go at it a lot with that Aletta gameplay. His Aletta is very strong. So I'm thinking Solaris' team might be banning Aletta for whenever they actually play him in the tournament in the grand finals, but we'll see there.
And to be clear, Saul does have a YouTube channel called Saul T3. So the guy that I'm most hyped about, if you want to go follow him on there, I'm sure he'd appreciate it. He's changing his name to Haku or something eventually. I'm not sure about that, but I do know that Solaris also has a YouTube channel, and man, he's been making some really good content lately. Like so, really excited to see him kind of come into form on that. So definitely head over there and support all of our content creators in this amazing tournament.
Yeah, I definitely recommend following Solaris and every other, all the other people in here too as well. They have put out some great content, keeps T3 alive, keeps the game entertaining too as well. Just watch some videos of some cool guys.
Yep, for sure. And especially giving out the tips and tricks from the best of the best. I mean, you don't have to do that. And so the fact that they do, I find it great. So, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm really excited about Crystal Assault because I loved watching it the last time. I forgot how much I enjoy Crystal Assault as like a game type, especially to cast and watch. So
Yeah, I
glad
mean,
that
and honestly, to me, Crystal Salt takes more strategy than any other game mode. Like Crystal Salt and Payload Race, because I don't know. In my opinion, you gotta have some kind of defensive plays. We're mostly on like escort control. It's mainly just like attacking, capture the point, and then you just sit there for a little bit, play defense. For this, like you might have one person stay back and you push two people forward. Where in other game modes, you're not gonna have someone just sit back for the most part.
Yep, no, I know exactly what you mean. It's actually kind of crazy though how much like I guess more strategy, like you're saying, actually comes into Crystal Assault now. Because the fact that like it really wasn't that, it was just wait for your ults to come up on both Shell and Judix, and then maybe having a Letta be annoying. But now that it's not just wait for your ults to go up and then the game's over, and it's actually like, hey, let's actually play Crystal Assault kind of the way it was meant to be.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, again, Judex Shell is still going to be super strong here. I mean, there's the most played characters in this, but when you have a ban, they're going to ban one of those. So you're forced to pop off of Judex or Shell because
they're not as good as you think. So I know this never actually comes up because like it kind of happened when 5v5 was like transitioned in, but they actually made it to where you are capped on how much damage you can do to the crystal. So their ult aren't as effective.
Oh, really? So I thought like
10,000 per second or something.
Yeah, but I mean, I still think it does like 18 or 16% damage when you throw a Judex ult. So, I mean, that's still a hefty amount of damage, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but I think it's like per second. So, like, you can't throw them both at the same time, or no one can shoot it while you're doing that. Like, it's like,
oh, wow.
I'm pretty sure it's 10,000 per second, which I mean, you're right. It is actually still a ton. Like, it's like a significant amount. But if it's at a ×4 multiplier, I think that's still in place. So, like, even at a ×4 multiplier where like one ult could win, I don't think it does anymore.
Yeah, but the thing with both of those ults though, they are like if you hit it on point, that's even you can just die. So you have half of a second to throw it, and you hit that, you can die, and it's still damaging for 4 or 5 seconds. That's what makes them so strong.
Oh, 100%. I'm with you on that. All right. So we are skipping the losers final.
You know what I was thinking here, Shori? What about Kelvin on Crystal Assault?
I don't know. I've never even thought about it, much less seen it. So I don't know. I think it would suck, to be honest with you. You're just too slow and big, and I guess it depends on the map, but yeah, you just die.
Yeah, for sure. Because I know his ball won't do much damage, but I was thinking like you put the ball behind you, so when you're shooting the crystal, that you can, have that shield behind you. I don't know if that would work or not, but
yeah. The thing is, I was thinking the same thing. That's why I hesitated, and then I thought to myself, how fast they killed his snowball every time in that last match.
Yeah,
dude, his snowball was up for less than a second. How'd they even do that much damage?
Yeah, I agree with that. And you know what I was thinking too? Mark hasn't really been used much in Crystal Assault, but I know when 5v5 first came out, he got that big buff of like his rocket does more damage. And then also he has like 5 more bullets in the mag, and it does a little bit more damage too as well when the 5v5 first came out. So, I mean, Mark could probably be used pretty good in Crystal Assault as well. I haven't seen that too much.
I've actually seen you do it in a legit 3v3 tournament, and your team won because of it. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was hilarious. It was you, Myron was on Gatlin, and then I think it was, oh man, I can't remember his name, but he was basically the best Ruby in the world for a long time on Ruby. Yep, Bide. Yeah, I was like, Johnny Jet Ruby guy.
Yeah, Bide and Polos are some great rubies for sure, at least in the NA scene. And there's a lot of actually good rubies nowadays, though.
True. Like forever, it was kind of like an undisputed thing where Bide was the guy.
Yeah, Bide's he's very underrated. I think he's got a very good healer, very good tank.
Does he still play?
Very rarely, but you'll see him hop on every now and then for some scrims or something.
All right, cool. Well, hey, at least we haven't lost him forever. Okay, we got a problem. Iggy's banned.
Yeah, but they banned it for the other team, not for their team.
It's so stupid. Like, why? But why are the bans like that? Why are you trying to confuse us casters? Hey, make the bans for everybody, dang it. All right, well, that Victor just crushed him quick. Oh my god.
Yeah, and they're going a huge tank lineup here, so this is going to be fun to watch. They got a double tank and a Diggy. Diggy actually does a lot of damage to the crystal, too.
Yeah, dude, it's funny because actually, like, back when 3v3 was a thing, like, one of the most underrated things about Diggy is her Crystal Assault. She actually does so much damage, and you can shift in and out of fish form to reset your, like, reload, and so you can actually hit it for, like, 15k, like, in, like, less than 2 seconds.
Yeah, what Joker needs to do here, Joker needs to just go push to the other point here, because he's going to be doing the most damage on Shell. He doesn't need to worry about these two people on their point. He needs to just go straight to the other point.
Especially, but you're going to automatically die if you do that, because, I mean, like, you just have that Victor there. There's no way you're going to do more damage to a Victor than it's going to stun instant kill you, so.
Yeah. I really think I should have stuck to that Shell.
Oh, that archery is still alive, but in the worst possible position ever, and they finally do end up dying, so they are down. And now, that is rough for Solaris here. Oh, man, almost actually got it still, and they do capitalize and take out the Aletta, so it isn't all lost. And right here, this is going to be some big damage from this Gloria. Can he end up taking these two tanks out, or at least helping his Victor stay alive? And the ult goes down. The ult does take the first one out, and that is a lot of damage coming out, and they might be able to get it off that, or at least get it really close. I mean, they are going to have to do something special here because they're in trouble. Okay, they are finally able to get a lot of it off, but I mean, they have to end up getting Solaris here. There's no way you can leave him alive. And that Letta's just getting back. Letta's at no health, and they do get dropped down. Man. Okay, we got a big one here, and it is already over. And the Diggy, not the move. Shocking.
Yeah, Diggy not the move here because she just doesn't do enough damage. I mean, it's the constant damage to the crystal that matters here. So Shell, Judex, Gloria, Mark, those people like that can just shred that crystal.
Yeah, for sure. Man, they won those team fights super, super quick over and over. So I kind of thought they were going to do a little better towards the end of that.
Yeah, I mean, it was still fun to watch. I mean, what do we have now? So is this going to the finals now?
I don't know, because I think that's 2-1 if this is an actual series. I'm not sure how they're going. Okay, so here we go. I think it might go to finals. I'm not sure.
Okay, yeah, I said after this crystal game, we're skipping the losers finals and going straight to the finals.
Yep, and this outcome actually matters though.
Yes, correct. So now this is going to be Solaris' team versus Saul's team, right?
Yep. So basically, Jix is going to get replaced with the third, and then. But the biggest thing to think about is it is a double elimination tournament. So Solaris' team has not lost yet. So it is going to be Saul's team that has to win twice. And even with Jix, who is not their normal third, they did a really good job there to actually end up playing. And I mean, think about it, like they did win one of the 3 games we saw. So it could actually not be that bad. Like, I know it seemed one-sided there, but they weren't playing with their normal third, and they actually won one of the matches. So hopefully we can get this one to go to a second set and get 2 really good best-of-5s out of this.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely agree with that. And we are about to get underway here, so this is going to be awesome. We already got a lobby being sent out. Bans are currently being picked. Can't release those yet. But it's going to be a good game. We got a best-of-5 going on. I'm not exactly sure what the set is here, but I know it's probably going to be a mix between Control and Crystal and Escort.
Yep. And with the 5v5, it is going to be a little bit different than our normal, but I can't tell you what it will be because I do have that here. So the best of 5 will be Control Extended on Elephant Astana, Payload Escort Extended on Brower's Dock, Crystal Assault on Terminal Station, and then Payload Escort Extended on Giga Cave, and Control Extended on Ecor City. I hope it gets to Ecor. I love watching Ecor.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people hate Ecor. I love watching Ecor. The elevators and like the different levels of that map, it makes every single hero playable. You have like that, people like Aletta and Ya, where they can just dash through hallways and flank around, makes them easy for that. But also for like Judex, Hunter, Gloria, Osis, to just sit up top and just wait there, and just pick some heads, does a lot of damage to shields. So I mean, it's a very diverse map. Tanks are heavy there. You can sit in the tank in the middle. Everything's good in that map.
Yep, for sure. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good. I just got a weird message saying that Discord didn't detect my mic. All right, we're good. But yeah, so I mean, honestly, Ecor's my favorite map, but I really like being like in the mix on things and like having my movement matter. And if you're a person who loves movement in games and like that being like the deciding factor, Ecor's your place. So
Yeah, definitely. Because I feel like my strong suit there is like being able to. It's always good to like pick off a main player in that game. So like if I'm playing against like IJ or someone like pin me on that team, to go to spawn, get it like at least get them half health, bother them like for a little bit, and then the rest of your team kills them. It's a good thing for tough. It's a good flanker map as well.
for sure. And Scotty's my favorite hero of the day, and especially if I'm playing good people, it's my best hero. So you can just do so much cool stuff with Scotty on that map between the super jumps, getting you to crazy places, and just like the roll is just so good. You can get on both sides of like kind of where the hill is, and just get in and out of just crazy angles, and you can flank behind people so easily on it and make such impactful plays. So like, that's my map.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely agree with you there, man.
And we are not going to be doing that one first, though.
Yeah. So wait, what did you say we have first here?
It is going to be a payload escort. I'll go check again and see the exact map. So it is going to be payload, or no, sorry, control extended on Elephant Astana.
Yeah, now it's time to watch some real gameplay. So no Diggies are going to come out, no Kelvins or anything. We're going to see some like more skatey, more Letas, more jabs, more more Vicks, all that kind of
We're
good
going to
stuff.
see 3 Aletas.
Hopefully, Aleta gets banned a little bit here too. I mean, I know this is bad to say, but I'm not a big fan of watching Aletas play over and over and over again because there's going to be Aleta in every game. I like to have a little mix up of heroes. So like, I want to see Blev play some Hua or play some Skatey or something like that.
Yeah, no, I'm with it for sure. All right, so we do actually have Aleta banned on one side and Scotty on the other. So we do have Team Solaris bans Aleta, then Team Sol bans Scotty.
And just to verify, that means that Solaris' team can play Aleta and Sol's
Yes.
team can play Skatey. Okay, nice.
Yes, it is. And Sol's team has 3 Aletas on it.
Yeah. So hold on. So Solaris' team can play Aleta, and then
Yes.
they ban. I mean that's perfect because I mean Sol's team can play Skatey against that Aleta, and then Solaris' team, they can still play Aleta if they need to. That's
Yeah.
nice.
I don't know, man. 3v3. I don't even know. Like, I think I would go healer, Victor, like, or on this map maybe even Fade instead of Victor. And dude, I'm not gonna lie, I love walling on this map because you can flank around like different parts of the middle, and like it's hard to get some of the angles, so you have to be really good at walling. But these guys are. I don't know, I wouldn't even be worried about a let at that point.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's gonna be a really good game to watch. I think they're getting the lobby set up here. We are just waiting on one more player, and then we're getting underway here.
Alrighty, yeah, we do have everybody in the lobby, and I mean, I just don't know what they play here, dude. 3v3, like especially since the meta changed so radically, like I don't even know what's good. Like it makes it so much harder to actually know what's going in, and I kind of like that because it makes it to where like you can play more things. Like you don't have to play like some defined meta because no one really knows what to play. So like everybody's just playing fun stuff.
Yeah, whoever the team was that banned Skatey, I bet they're gonna bring out a Victor because if they can't play Skatey, Victor's gonna be strong here.
Oh yeah. What do you even do? How do you kill that?
A Hua Ling, I mean, something that just better positioning where you're like backed off, or just focus the Victor down, focus the healer down first, and you can take the Victor out. I mean, it's gonna be rough though.
You're very correct. They did play that. Wait. Oh, he needs to switch from Aleta. Hopefully he does, so he doesn't get the DQ.
No, I think Solaris' team banned Aleta, and the other team banned Skatey.
Right? You are correct, actually. You were very correct. Because both teams played opposite. Yeah. So so they're gonna just go double sniper Victor to try to counter the Victor. Okay. I see where they're going with that.
So in my opinion here, I think Moira's team should win if the Skatey plays right. The Moira's team should win. Skatey's a huge counter to to Hua when she's invis, one, but because you can just wall clip and kill the Hua. It's also a good counter to Victor as well.
No, you were very correct. And I mean, the Ruby, I'm really hoping that the Ruby countering the Hua, like, kind of really just comes into play here, because those shields are so annoying. And I think they're going to have to do that, because you can't have everyone getting stunned by that Victor and then having a Walling follow it up. So you're going to have that Ruby, and I think they're just going to stay together a lot.
Yeah, I think the two main keys here, Blev's going to have to pop off, pick a healer. When Blev picks a healer, picks a skate, it's going to be huge. And then their skate is going to have to pop off, kill the Vic, kill the Leda, one of the two. Both these DPS are going to have to pop off pretty good.
Yeah, well, Blev is missing right now, which is weird, because Blev hits heads like nothing. And Moira taking all three out without even trying.
Ooh, Moira just popping off, man.
All right. Okay. Well, this is definitely a game. And so right here, so Scotty more impactful. Maybe the ban should have went the other way.
Yeah, I mean,
and Scotty.
And they also have a healer too, so they have an extra 2k healing or 2k shields whenever they go into every team fight.
Very true, but this is a little bit of damage out on that Ruby. They are going to need to do something quick, because Blev is hitting some shots here, and Archer able to follow it up, and that is some good damage coming out. But they do have a little trouble here. Not anymore. Joker going down. No healer. It is all Scotty, all alone, or Ruby rather. And the Ruby is so low, that's going to be a reset though. And that's really all you get up out of that for Solaris' team. Just make sure you get them to have to go back. We get the hill and try to just eat at this lead. Oh my god, Blev from across the room, and he is able to do it. So this is going to be huge, God.
Yeah, definitely. That he should have backed up there. Ruby should not have pushed up there. He should have either jumped off the map and died. He shouldn't have been waiting there for 15, 20 seconds. Now his team has to wait on him to get back. You want to be playing with your team. You don't want to just have to their team wait on you like that. That's not a good move there by Sol.
Yeah, I think his whole plan was to go back and get some heals from the Neon and then go in, but he just died so fast when he had him top back up. He just died so fast.
Yeah.
Mora gets another kill already. Man, like, Mora coming out being like really the star of this, and Blev with a double kill, one with the ult and the feathers, and now Haku able to take out Blev. At least there is that. It's funny, I think he was aiming for the Aletta and ended up killing Blev behind him, and so that is going to be huge. And now that you have Archery in there just trying to save his teammate, Archery able to waste the heal, so now the Fade can't get it, and there is no healer on the other team. The Fade is going to be We're in a lot of trouble here. He needs to hopefully get a little bit of his armor to regenerate. Saul's going to need that big time, and I think the Victor's really just wasting time for his teammates to get there, and then he's going to waste that heal exactly like he did, and that is going to take out the Victor. So the Fade's still alive. I mean, Saul did a great job to live there.
Good pick by Solaris there, killing that Skatey. They just need to focus this Hunter down now. Hunter's just sitting in the back, just healing up. I mean, he's going to heal up their Fade there, too. If he's smart, he's going to heal their Fade. No one's taking care of that Hunter in the back.
Yeah, that's for sure. Hunter is being taken care of now, though. And wow, actually, that was a really good job by the Hunter to heal himself as much as he did. That was crazy. But that is a ton of damage coming out. And, of course, Solaris getting all 3 kills for his team.
I see you, Solar. Solar just popping off. That's my guy right there. Keep going, Italian Stallion.
That's absolutely an insane amount of damage. You know, that makes up for as much as he likes anime. But, anime's fine, don't worry. I know everyone else here probably likes anime too, so it's okay. Me too. But we are going to have a lot of damage coming out on the Hunter, and he gets that kill. And that is a lot of damage coming out from Solaris here. He is going to be able to get Moira here. And yes, the team taking him out. Archery doing a great job to clean it up. And then the Fade cannot get to the hill. First round goes to Team Solaris. Man, God. Solaris popped off.
Yeah, Solaris popped off there. As soon as I said to start killing that Hunter in the back, I mean, because Hunter was just doing a lot of damage and healing. No one was taking care of him. As soon as they started focusing Hunter down, they won the team fights. I think what we need to see here, we need to have... Moira needs to have better positioning first of all. He needs to be able to kill either that Victor or that Letta. I saw him a couple times. He webbed Victor. Victor had his deflect. You don't want to web Victor when he has his deflect. You want to hit Victor a couple times, wait till he uses deflect, then you use your web. There's a lot of times that he webbed him and he just was deflecting and he could survive and just run away. Also, I don't know if anyone ever killed Blev too much there. Blev was actually popping off too as well.
Yeah, no, Blev was actually doing amazing, especially because a lot of his shots were long range, and whenever he was getting hit, he would get out real quick. So he never caused his team to have any 2v3s. He would always make sure he got out, and you could tell he had an escape plan to a heal in mind the whole time, and he was never out of it. So he did a really good job with his positioning the whole time.
Yeah, definitely. I'm excited to see more. Hopefully, he pops off here, gets that Aletta, gets that Victor here a lot better. He's focused on wall clipping him down and a couple shots. Yep, that right there. That's what he's got to do. Don't peek that Hua. Make sure we take care of those flanks, that Victor and that Aletta, and then we should be all set.
Yep, and Moira did such a great job all of that last game. I mean, it was a very close round. Right there, archery down to nothing. Really good job by Saul to end up taking him down, and now Blev having to get out, and Solaris is going to need to get him. And what a great play. What they did there was they separated the team by having the Wa go back and bait him out, and then Solaris behind them to create the pinch. What a beautiful strategy right there from Solaris and Blev.
Yeah, Blev hit a double headshot there too, so that was nasty. He hit a headshot on the Ruby and a headshot on someone else at the same time.
And we are going to have a lot of damage coming out, and it's going to force them to back off and kind of regroup. And they do have a healer, so they can do that pretty easily. They're going to come in, and right here, oh my god, Moira coming in, hitting the web off of the super jump, instantly killing him with a headshot on top. I mean, you cannot ask more from one person. And they're going into that Victor, actually. This is a really good play right here, but no, I think they're too many. They backed off. That was smart. But the Victor comes straight in, and this is going to be big damage on this Ruby. They do kill the Victor near instantly, and even Solaris can't do nothing here. I mean, he throws the bomb in to try to get it, and he actually gets the kill onto the healer, which, I mean, that's great. But, oh my god, and they waste the ult? Well, maybe they didn't waste it. Wow, okay, no, that was a great idea. Wow, they actually got that 2v3 gun.
Yeah, Solaris got that pick on the skate again. Picking the skate in the beginning of the fight is going to be huge. And then once he killed the skatey, he went around and killed whoever that other healer, who I think was the healer. He went and killed the healer. And then Ruby was already half health, so Blev had a good free ult there, got him down to 1 health, and they hit a body shot. Killed him.
For sure. And then Joker just got super screwed by a web there, and or not Joker, sorry, Archery. And he just absolutely dead. Blev is so screwed here. He's just stalling to try to get his team a little more time here. And he gets danced. Actually, that's a super waste of an ult.
Yeah, definitely. He wasted that ult for sure. Moira should have saved that for either their tank coming in or Solaris when he's getting pushed. You don't want to use an ult when it's a 1-on-3 fight.
Yeah, but you know, I mean, he might not have realized in the moment. It is what it is. At least they got the hill. I mean, it could be worse. And right here, that is a lot of damage being blocked by the Fade. It is interesting to see them switch from the Victor. I mean, honestly, the Fade's more annoying than Scotty anyways, so I think it's probably not the worst switch. And then the ult comes out and doesn't get a single kill. Oh my god, Saul does capitalize off of it, but Ace is going to take him down. Great job by Solaris. And Blev uses his jump to be able to get the speed boost to get in position. And that's going to flank around. And that might be a lot of trouble for these guys because Blev on one, Solaris on the other, they are going to have all the information.
Yeah, I definitely agree here. I think they should run. No, they're going Iris here. I wonder what they're trying to play.
Interesting, taking a little extra time. I mean, they only really have 2 pushes no matter what they do, so like, I mean, it's probably a good idea to take your time and regroup and talk about what you want to play and get everyone on the right characters, and that worked great because Solaris is already super low, and I don't think he used his time travel though here, so they might be in not that bad of a position. And yep, he time traveled now. They need to target Solaris before he gets that cooldown back, but they are getting pushed hard. What a shot from Blev to keep him low, and Ace taking him out, and then Archery gets Moira, and now it's just a healer, and I don't know if there's enough time for them to get a touch.
Yeah, I don't think there is. They may, but no, Solaris is pushing up. Yeah, they're stalling.
It is over, and this is going to be the first game. Both rounds were amazing. What play?
Yeah, that was a great play. I think what with the other team who lost needs to work on there, it's just surviving a little bit longer, honestly. Solaris was getting huge picks in the beginning. He picked Skatey or he picked their healer like almost before every team fight. And then Blev would just mow him down, hit headshots over and over again, whether their Fade was just tanking damage or their Victor was tanking damage, whatever he was playing at the time. So, I mean, just surviving a little bit longer. I think maybe a double tank comp would have maybe done pretty good against that. But I know it's kind of weird running a no DPS. But double tank is very strong in control. So, I mean, we'll see what happens here next.
And I mean, dude, I'm not gonna lie, that like every bit of that Solaris team working like a well-oiled machine, and Moira having some really nice Scotty plays. Not gonna lie, like seeing him just like leap across the map with the super jump, landing the web off that super jump into the instant kill. That was beautiful.
Yeah, and definitely Blev was playing. I know he missed a couple shots here and now, but he did have some good ults. He used ults at a good time, like when the team fight needed it. He had a couple big picks, like with his ults. Also, he just had some good positioning. Stayed alive a long time. Uses invis a good time, so he's playing a good. He's doing a good job, even though he missed a couple shots. He's still doing a great job, just playing with his team,
Yeah,
helping out as much as possible.
Yeah, most of those shots he missed though were just at the beginning. After that, he didn't really miss any. The ones he did miss were really just prediction shots, which are like just 50-50 chances if someone's going to come or not. So I don't really consider them even really misses. He missed in the very beginning. Like it was actually funny. He missed like every shot. But like that first like 3v3 where Moira killed all three of them, he missed every shot there. But after that, he didn't really miss that many in actual fights, especially considering he was going off of ults into people, shooting them on the way down. Like, that's what you want in a teammate.
Yeah, for sure. Blev was cooking for sure, and so was Solaris. So hopefully we can see. I mean, Moira did a really good job, honestly. Moira was like 7-2 or 7-3 last round. He was doing as much as he could on Skady. They just now have a tank that survived more, and honestly, they got to do something to be able to survive. I think that maybe a jab there would have helped out a little bit, or I don't know, something that they could just stay on point a little more.
And one thing I want to say about Blev though, he did something so smart, and like him and Solaris kind of together, where like Blev baited himself in to make the other two people see it walling right up close to them, and so they both automatically switched to him like free kill, and then he baited them out by going invisible and leaping backwards, and so they think that he's in trouble. That let's go get him because he like popped his cooldown because he like made this mistake. But really, what it did, it just got them to rush him, and then Solaris was right there to pinch them in the back.
Yeah, for sure. Solaris. I mean, that's the best thing about Aletta, man. It's like she can just pick pick a healer, pick a DPS like that. It's so easy for her to get in there and get out because she has her rewind and she can be back with her team in an instant.
Yeah, and dude, and having a pinch to where you're basically just hitting them from both sides like that is so huge. So like the fact that Blev drugged them out into the middle when they were in the 5K room to chase him, and then Solaris is just sitting on the other side. So like when they run out, like now you got to choose who's going to shoot you in the front because now you got them on both sides.
Yeah,
That was
definitely.
a huge play by Blev. Actually, it actually got them the map, or not the map, but the hill that for those kills too. So. And they were behind in the fight. So Blev, huge big brain plays.
Yeah, big brain there for sure. I can't wait to see this going on here. What do we have? What did we know what bans are?
I do not.
Let's see. So I think this is for this game. Yeah. So Team Saul, both teams banned Aletta. So
Okay, good. But honestly, Joker and Moira and Saul are doing great too. It's just like, man, like it sucks so much when like you're having basically just a top Aletta, and because of the way the bans worked, I mean, only the team could have Aletta. Like hitting you with that bomb, they were just getting such free kills because Blev would hit him with a headshot, and then you would have like a bomb go straight into him. Like, and it's just so hard to get out of that. And so a lot of that I think came down to the bans more than anything.
yeah, for sure. I can't wait to see. So both teams banned Aletta this time, so it should be a little bit better game here this round. No Aletta getting free picks there on a Hunter.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Actually, I'm pretty sure I was right on that one. Then, like the Aletta bomb straight to the back, where you don't have one. They didn't want that to happen again.
Yeah, for sure. So we got Blev on Hua. No, Blev's going Skady here. I don't know if Skady's a good choice on attack. I really don't like Skady in attack here, just because it's such a long range map against us. But we'll see how it goes for Blev.
I really like Scotty, especially on the second half of this map. But I mean, actually, like I've seen Scotty work really well in this if you super jump across the middle. But they aren't gonna be doing that. And but I'm with you. I would much rather like there's just better options. Heck,
Yeah.
I would even rather Judex at the start. Like,
Yeah, especially on attack. I mean, defense Skady's huge here, I think, because she can
for
just
sure.
go back to her health packs. But on attack, it's a little bit harder because she didn't have that kind of range.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm with you on that. But they did take down the Osus early, which, I mean, that's super important. They need to take him down again, though. And the Osus is like, just really wary, knowing that someone might come from his back. But, I mean, you got two guys over there. Just focus that bridge and try to get the guy on the cart. And now the Osus is in trouble. He might not be able to get out of that with those two guys on the bridge. And he is able to get back, and he does get some pretty good damage, making the Scotty retreat. And this is really huge. Now he's just trying to put some into the shield to help his team where he can. The Fade is too close up. I don't know. That could go wrong real quick. They need a healer if they're going to be playing like that. And the Osus is taken down. Now the Scotty down. The Fade on a one-shot. BLEV killing the whole team.
BLEV just proved me wrong one day, one game at a time.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna lie. I play Scotty on attack on this all the time, and I'm just used to playing bad people though, so I figured that.
Yeah, maybe a little bit different 5v5, because if you fly in a 5v5, you're gonna be flying into 5 people instead of 3 people. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. That's where you get the best clips. All right, or you just delete it if it doesn't work. But right here, they cannot delete because they are in the finals, baby. And right there, okay, got the ult out a little early, but I mean, it was probably a good ult. And what a stun onto the Jabali. And they do take out the Fade, and they take everybody out. And that is going to be a Neon double kill.
Notice that no one in their team has died yet. You know why? Solaris, the GOAT on the healer. You cannot kill this man on Neon. He's one of the best Neons in the game.
What healer? That man just got a double kill. But we are going to see him doing his thing, getting everyone topped up, and that is what you want to see from your Neon, giving that extra armor for the next team fight. And oh my god, and instantly BLEV doing tons of damage with the web as well. They do take out the Neon, and they're starting to get him back up, having a healer on your team. And we kind of saw this earlier in Giga Cave, where for whatever reason they didn't use the healer, and then they decided to a little too late. I kind of wish they would have had that healer early, because they're keeping everyone up alive, and it's looking a lot closer now that they both have healers.
Yeah, definitely. Solaris to get picked there was a great job by Saul getting that kill with Fade, but then Solaris just teleported back. He's about to have his ult there. Joker has his ult, so it's going to be a double Neon ult. There's like 3 ults everyone has right now, so...
Yeah, I mean, yeah, everyone's up on both sides. I mean, you'll have BLEV's up sooner, or Moira's up soon enough, rather. And so, I mean, in this next fight, you're going to basically go in with 3 ults. But they waited, or they started the fight a little early, BLEV using his, so that way they can get in there before the ult comes up from Moira. But it will end up coming, and man, they didn't get any value out of that ult. I think it was a little premature, and he was just a little too solo to be doing it. And of course, the Fade charges in to kill Solaris off of that ult, and that is huge. And a lot of damage coming out from BLEV to try to save his team, but he gets rushed, and then the backup kill from the Fade, and that is going to be huge for his team. Actually, Archery still pushed the cart so far there.
Yeah, Archery's just staying alive, man. Solaris popped ult there. They might get a pick on the Skady. If they get a pick on the Skady, they might win this team fight. Massive kill by Solaris. I think they're going to win this team fight.
Yeah, I do too. And the ult actually canceled the Fade's charge onto the Scotty. Onto the Jabali. And right here, a lot of damage coming out from BLEV. BLEV just proven he is one of the best in the Europe and the world. So we are going to have another one go down, and that is just insane. And of course, another double kill by the non-healer Solaris.
Yes, sir. BLEV was cooking. Solaris was cooking, man. You can't see any better gameplay than that. Hoping to see Saul play some great Fade here. Fade or Jab. We need a really good tank coming from that team, from Moira and Joker and Saul's team. We really need a good tank, because I feel like they're not able to survive very long right now.
Yep. And, you know, I think what I want to see the most is BLEV just absolutely pop off and go 10-0, because he does that every game. And it's fun to watch every time. And yes, I know that it's the EU, not the Europe. It's more fun to say the Europe. It's called comedic relief. It's my job. But, yeah. So, BLEV best in the Europe and best in the world. Calling it here. But we are going to see... Okay, so I think they're going to do basically the same strategy they had in Giga Cave, where they go double tank healers, because they cap so fast, all they got to do is stall it out.
Yeah, I
How do
think
you
that'd
like
be a
that
good idea.
strategy? How do you like that strategy? Like, it's so prone to risk. If you do good enough to get it in 4 minutes, just play it normal.
I agree. I don't think stall strat's a good strat, but we'll see how it goes.
I mean, it worked in Genki Cave, so.
Yeah, because if they start wiping you really fast, I mean, you really can't do anything about it. It's too late.
Yeah, I guess the thing is, like, well, I mean, it worked, and I guess they're just doing so much damage as these tanks, and the healer is also pumping in damage that I guess it works.
Yeah, I mean, and then having Solaris on healer, he's just such great. Like, what makes him such a good player is his positioning. He just has really good positioning with all of the players, all the heroes he plays.
Yeah, and I mean, already got the double kill coming out of archery onto the fort, and I mean, they are just running that Jabali out of town, or sorry, that's a Victor, and it's just a lot of damage coming out. The Victor did kind of a good job there to kind of run the other way and kind of fade out. At least his teammates can get out of the gate a little bit and try to get some distance, but ended up not working out too much.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, they really haven't pushed the cart too much here. They did switch to a Gloria to help beam down these tanks a little bit. They also have an Osis as well.
Yep, and we are going in, and oh man, that is really good shots by that Osis, and that's what you really are going to have to see from this to end up getting out of this and getting there quick, because, man, they're already a minute 30 in. I mean, like, you're going to have to book it.
Yeah, definitely. And that fade really, or that fort really needs to back up and not take any damage here, not get picked. He really needs to back up a little bit.
Yep, and we are going in, and oh my god, this is going to be a lot of damage onto that guy. He's getting pinched hard, and this could be exactly what they need to end up stopping this, and that Victor is in so much trouble. And I mean, it doesn't even feel like it's double tank healer at this point, because they're just doing so much damage so fast.
Yeah, they're doing a great job as playing as a team, honestly. I don't know if they've practiced a lot together. Archery and I know Blev and Ace play together a lot, but Archery is doing a great job just playing as a team. I mean, he's 7-1 right now in Fort, so he's just surviving, doing all that damage from long range. He's doing a great job.
Absolutely, and they already have the Gloria on the ropes. I mean, and there's no healer over there to help him, so he's going to have to run to get a health back. It's going to stall things out even more. And then, of course, they kill Saul instantly onto the Osis to not let him keep tearing them up. And I mean, man, this is rough. This is hard.
I agree, man. Double tank healer is, I think it's meta, honestly, and Escort for 3v3. I think double tank healers are so hard to kill because they're so tanky.
Yeah, and tanks just do so much damage. Look at that. Like, the fort just got a one-shot for nothing, man. That is crazy. I mean, Fort's damage is just wild. And I used to love Fort before they nerfed him. And then, in 5v5, I haven't really been able to use him much. But in 3v3, he was so much fun. Like, so I might be picking up Fort later today.
Yeah, man, Fort's super strong. I know that a lot of players still play Fort, like WCG, Wake Up. A lot of guys want to do scrims. Fort's actually still a strong hero. His ult's really good for combo with your team as well.
Oh, for sure. And right here, Blev getting some damage on him from the Victor, but it might not be enough because, dude, the damage is coming out of this double tank team, and then the ult from the Ruby drives him off to go back to his team so they can do a final push. That was smart of them to get back, but they are going to have to get on. I mean, at this point, the game's actually already over because you can't cap it in 30 seconds.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Solaris 0-2, but he had a lot of impact here, man. Healing the crap out of that Fort and the Ruby. I mean, they're just surviving, man.
Yeah, I mean, 12-2 on the fort, though. Like, Archer's out here killing people. Holy.
Yeah, for real.
That man, ridiculous. Glad I am on the caster's booth and not the playing archery booth, because god dang. So, I mean, that one, that's rough. So I think that's up 2-0 from Solaris, and so that means if Solaris' team wins one of the next 3 games, we will be done, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think so.
And if they get reverse sweep by Saul, then we'll go to another best of 5. Well, that's fine.
I'm hoping for a reverse sweep. I'm hoping for it. I want to see some comeback games here. I want to see some Crystal Salt win. I want to see another game. I want to see this go to game 5. I don't want to see this be over so fast here.
All right, I'm typing to Solaris, play Diggy. We want another set. All right, done. We got this. I'm gonna laugh if he comes out with Diggy because I didn't actually do that, by the way. You can see my hands just in case. Just in case that man plays Diggy. I didn't actually tell him to. But because we did see him play Diggy on Crystal Assault too, so that's funny. I'm gonna laugh if he plays it. But honestly, that made him lose, so probably not gonna see that again. They did, but Sauce team basically did play basically against this team, so and they won Crystal Assault, so it might be not as one-sided as you think. Because I mean, the last two games, I mean, it's kind of hard to tell. It is pretty one-sided, so hopefully we can see this one be a little bit better since Saul's team won the last one that we watched. And it's just so hard though when you got someone as good as Solaris and Blev, and then Archery's doing godlike. I mean, 12-2 on Fort, man, that's crazy. And that was only the thing is he went 12-2, and they stopped it at the first half, so he didn't even get like the benefit the extended the half of the payload map.
Yeah, for real. I mean, they couldn't. 12-2 is just wild. I know Solaris is hitting them a lot, but they didn't have any kind of pressure to kill Fort. Like they didn't have an Aletta, so they didn't know what to play against the Fort.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard. Killing Fort's annoying.
Yeah, definitely.
So-
You have to have a good flank or something to get behind him to kill him because that shield's strong, and he just has another shield by the time you bust it down.
Yeah, 100%. And Saul was doing a great job hitting some headshots with Osus, but you can only do what you can do. All right, so we are waiting for the bans, and then we will get on to this one. And I mean, it's gonna be a little hard, dude. Like this team's so good, but I mean, again, we did just watch them win a Crystal Assault against this team, so I mean, it's definitely doable. Just like, god dang, man, I kind of want to see Fort and Crystal Assault now.
Yeah, I mean, I think Fort would be decent, but I mean, there's definitely some better tank options for Crystal.
Fort was actually kind of decent in 3v3, like if you just played like normal people and not pros. But well, it was always fun because Fort kind of has the same benefit that like the ults from Shell and like Judex have, where like you can kind of shoot his little burst at the crystal, and then you can kind of back up.
Yeah,
And then you'd
yeah.
also have your shield. And like, so that would actually work in Crystal Assault, like even against some like decent players. You couldn't do it against pros though, because they just ended up killing your crystal so fast that it didn't work out. But now Fort's actually better than he was then, so who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't think Fort does enough damage to the Crystal. I mean, I know he can survive a lot over there. I've seen a lot of jabs been ran in Crystal Assault lately. I think jab's pretty strong. Victor's strong because it's just so much damage.
True.
I'm sure there's someone's going to pull out Shell, Judex, one of the typical ones too as well.
Yeah. So basically, you heard it here first, guys. Victor, Fort, Jabali is the way to go. New meta, according to God. Even though that's not what he said. It is totally but I mean they are running Victor Jabali so far, so
Yeah, I mean, I think that there's going to be Shell. I'm sure Aletta's going to be banned. Everyone
Aletta,
always bans Aletta.
yeah. Well, I mean, I'd be banning Solaris as Aletta like immediately after that first round. All right, they are still waiting to decide their bans because I mean it's really hard to type Aletta. I'm not gonna lie. Like, how do you because this team Saul that needs to figure out what they want to ban. Like you have to ban Aletta. Like you cannot have what happened in that first round happen again.
You know what? I wouldn't ban Aletta here. I think I would ban I'd ban something like a Vic. I don't know, man. I honestly don't want to ban because like you play Judex, Victor can kill you pretty fast. So I mean, I'd ban something. One of the tanks. I mean, it's hard to ban a Crystal Assault. I mean, because if you ban Shell, then your team you just can't play Shell. So I mean, I don't know.
And nobody knows what like you should do at all in Crystal Assault, anyways, because like we haven't played it in the new meta very much. So yeah, no, I'm with you. Like it is very difficult to figure out what to do. Which is honestly, I kind of like this 3v3 format. It's kind of fun because like you don't have like the standard teams that you would expect because there's just a bunch of different stuff you can play, and a lot of it's really good too.
Yeah, for sure. But I'm assuming that both teams will ban Aletta here, but we'll see what happens because I know Aletta is going to be super strong. She's just annoying more than anything on Crystal Assault. She does a decent amount of damage, but her just jumping around your crystal the whole time is just so annoying.
Just waiting for her teammate Victor to come hit you in the back. Yeah, it's rough.
Yeah, exactly. I think jab is actually really strong in crystal, though. I think bayonet jab would be huge because having that shield to just guard your crystal, like you're just tanking like 25k damage or how much ever a shield is the whole time, and then just wait 5 more seconds and you can just tank it all again.
100%. Well, we should be having these bands done soon, and then we will be able to get on to the Crystal Assault. I think they're actually missing a player. But we'll find out soon. And then if we do end up getting through this, we do have another escort after this on Giga Cave, and then I think it's Ecor after that, which is sad because I wanted Ecor, so they really need to win too because I want to watch them play Ecor.
Yeah, Ecor's a great map to watch, but I mean we'll have to see if they can clutch up here. They got to win 2 more. I'm not sure. You said Brower's Dock is after this one if they do win.
No, we just played Brower's Dock. It's Giga Cave.
Giga Cave. Okay, cool.
Yeah, we go Giga Cave, and then we'd play other. All right, so okay, so what it was is actually our spectator ended up disconnecting. I don't think it was them not showing up, so that's good. So we should be able to get in relatively soon. I don't know if they've finalized. Okay, the bans are finalized, and it is what we suspected. It is double Aletta.
Oh, there it is.
Which I mean, like, if your team saw, like I said, like, how hard is it to type Aletta? Like, that's all. Like, there's no thinking. Like, you don't get a choice. Like, did you not see that first match? Oh my god, that first map sucked. Like, or not the whole map. It's just like having that Aletta on that map. Like, you can't let Solaris do that again. Like, that's rough, man. Like, they did as good as they could, but like, it feels like they kind of lost the map before it even started because of the fact they didn't have Aletta. And the other team had Solaris on one.
Aletta's just a super strong pick in just any game mode as well. I think she's up there like with Victor. Aletta, Victor, I mean Hunters. I mean, they're just very strong. Just any hero that you can play in any map against any team. Definitely Aletta, definitely Victor. Unless you're getting super countered by a Skady, which there's not going to be a Skady on Crystal Assault. So you got free range pretty much on Crystal.
Yep, and so everyone is ready. We are just going to get our spectator in there, and then we'll be good to go. They have to reset the spectating thing. Won't take that long, but luckily the players are ready, so that part's good. And there are no forfeits. But yeah, so I mean, honestly, these guys for me are just nasty. So it's really good, and especially to see Archery kind of get their name out there and doing so well. Especially that 12-2 fort game. God dang. But their Victor's also really nasty. So good to see that you got some really good players. The best player in the world, the Neon, that's actually a DPS character in Solaris.
Yeah, I mean, he can play anything. Solaris can legit play any hero. He proved it. Obviously, he's #1 ranked on every single hero on T3 on the leaderboard, so he can definitely play anyone he wants to. But at the same time, if he does play Diggy or something like that, it's almost a throw because they're just not that good of a hero, to be honest. You get counted really easily. But I'm sure we'll see him on something legit here.
Yeah, no, you definitely expect that. Even though I told him, hey, make sure you're playing Diggy. I want a second set. No, I didn't actually type him that. But if he is listening to the stream, I mean, he probably heard it because we are delayed, but we did have a delay, so he probably caught up to that point. All right, here we go. And so our spectator is actually saying it's YOLO's fault that all this happened. So rough.
Always blame everything.
Well, I mean, this is a European tournament, so it is YOLO's fault. But it is good to see our European brethren doing just as good as the NA. And okay, so actually, I think we might be starting partially into this.
I think they said restart because it's the wrong map. I could be wrong though.
Correct. Oh, yep, it's supposed to be terminal station. Wait. Yeah, okay. So they are gonna restart. Which is super unfortunate because it's super hard to reset as the spectator account. I think you leave the game. I'm not 100% sure how that works.
They just need to have someone go shoot the other crystal. I mean, it'd be pretty fast if they just did that. Let them go do it.
It would be much faster, but they all left, so you can't do that.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams don't know to help out the spectators, but when you're a spectator, if I was in the game, I would just literally just walk to the crystal and shoot it, just make that thing go a little faster.
Yeah, because otherwise you have to wait for either 5 minutes or I think the spectator has to quit. Like they have to reset their app.
Yeah, for sure.
Sorry about that.
Don't ever do that again, sir.
I know, man. I'm not gonna lie to you though. I just breathed in part of the fuzzy part of my mic protector. Right. All right. Yep. No. Yeah. So I just coughed that up. That's what it's like to have a hairball. Oh my god. It actually sucks. Right. So basically, it's called a dead cat. It that's what they call the mic protector, and it filters out a bunch of noise. They call it a dead cat because it's furry like a cat, and I just part of it just fell out, and so when I breathed in it, that's rough. Rough, man. All right. Luckily, we're good though. And now we're getting everybody in, so we can actually get the game started. Hopefully, maybe. But, all right. Yep. So our spectator is in, and we are going to be there finally. So that's good.
Let's go.
And now there's no players in the lobby. Okay, that's interesting. So hopefully we'll get that started soon. Again, so what are we expecting to be played in this one?
I'm expecting a Judex. I'm expecting a Shell, and probably like a Jab or a Vic. One of the two.
We did see Hua Ling at the very start of that last one.
Yeah, I just don't think Hua is good against. I mean, she's good for playing defense and whatnot, but she's not good at attacking the crystal. So, I mean, if it's a defensive Hua, then yeah, sure, it's a decent pick.
I don't know. I didn't think it was a great idea. I just saw them do it. But I wonder if it changes things if it's terminal station and if they knew that it was the wrong one.
Yeah, I think they'll be
controlled.
Yeah, that's what I think happened there. That's usually what we do. We just pick random heroes so people don't know, who you're going to play for real, so they can't just strategize before they play against you.
Yeah, and now you understand as a caster how annoying and frustrating that is when you guys do that. Although I get it, because, I mean, of course you don't want to tell the other team, and especially when you're playing for money, competitive advantages matter, so if it's a little annoying to the caster, I get it. But it's good to have, players on the other side of this, because it's much worse when you have, people like Super Bean and Myron who will change their names to funny things to try to make it hard for me to say them.
Yeah.
At least there's not that happening here. It's not too bad. But we are gonna have Blev. I think Blev might play the Walling for real.
I don't think so. I think he might play like Christina or something here. I know Chris is actually kind of strong on this map, Terminal Station.
Yeah, I don't actually think he's gonna play Walling, but it would be fun to see him do it, and then it work.
Yeah, I mean, you never know. You never know. I've seen some crazy plays.
Well, no, I guess if there's no Aletta, then it wouldn't be as I was about to say, because you could kill the other team's Aletta really easy with the Walling, or a lot easier than a lot of stuff. But since there's no Alettas, the wall would be a terrible pick all around. There's absolutely nothing good about it, especially on Terminal Station. Man, I don't know. So, are you a fan of this map?
Honestly, there's not a map on this game that I really don't like. I like the smallness of this map, honestly. I think it's like you have to strategize, like you have to take care of the flankers. If you don't, they're just gonna be able to get it across the map super fast. You have to have someone in the middle of the map floating around. As long as you got someone in the middle of the map floating around where they can't ever get to your point, you're okay. But once they get to your section, they can just move back and forth between those walls right there that are showing. They can move back and forth and take care of that crystal. So I think you need someone in the middle of the map to take care of those flankers.
Because I like this map. I like the temple one we just played, and I don't know what the one with the it's like a space station that you have the things that'll launch you across to the other person's crystal or whatever.
Yeah.
I forgot that map's name, but I don't like that one. That's the
Energy
only one
Canyon. I love that map.
Energy Canyon. Yeah, I don't at all.
I miss the old days when you can lob Christina balls all the way across the map and hit their crystal.
Okay, that would be fun. Okay, if I would have known that was a thing, I might have liked it more. But right here, right off the bat, you were right. The Javalis do come in thick and strong, and so one side plays the Shell, one side plays the Judic. Again, your prediction, and then the Victor coming in. Man, you're guessing everything. The only thing you didn't guess is Neon. You suck at guessing.
I know, man.
Only 5 of 6,
I
right?
couldn't do it.
But hopefully the Neon can end up helping them, and it looks like it really is, man. It is a lot harder to end up finishing these kills off for their team, and man, that Shell has no health at all, and he just tried to get in some damage on the crystal, and then you have a really good Neon flank there, and he got out of it, and man, Blev on the Jabali killing everything.
Yeah, and then we just need to make sure, we need to watch Shell and Judex here. Make sure that they don't use their ult before that 3 minutes. So as soon as it's 3 minutes, it goes to double. So if someone uses their ult like 306, it's a waste of ult. Like, not a waste, but it's not going to be as good as it was as if you hit it with 3 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, it basically doubles your ult, especially since it's not just one shot. It is basically like you throw the ult, it hits a ton. So I definitely agree with you 100% on that one. And man, the Victor just does so much damage, and now you got the Jabali to help. And man, okay, that's an interesting thing. I guess they just wanted to get out and maybe get in a little closer quarters here, and that is exactly what they do. And Blev takes advantage of it. That close quarters did not help them.
Yeah, and Joker's just sitting here just constantly just beaming this crystal too. He's doing a great job.
Yeah, he is taken out by archery. As Blev is now on the Christina, it is archery. And Blev doing a great job on that tank, though. He is taken out by Moira, though. And this is going to be huge. Can they end up taking down the Victor? And yes, they do. And that is going to be huge for this team of Solaris. They also take out Joker, and now they are going to have a free reign to get basically straight to that crystal. Now they need to start capitalizing more on these kills. They keep getting all the kills, but they never get to the other team's crystal.
Yeah, let's see if Joker actually tosses ult. He's focusing on killing. He can just walk to the middle right there and throw his ult and do a bunch of damage. He got picked there with his ult. All he had to do is just walk in the middle and throw his ult to the crystal.
That is very true. And now you have Solaris going in with his ult, and as soon as it's up, he is going to be here to use it. And he goes for the kill first, and he gets killed before using his ult. Or wait, no, he used the ult, and
yeah,
it hit. Okay. And then that is an ult from Blev as well,
Huge.
and that is a lot of damage. I think they actually did overlap the ults a little bit there, and that will cap the damage you can do, because you can only do 10k per second. So I don't know if that was, well, I guess actually 10k per second's a lot. I don't know why. Oh, I think it's to stop 4 times damage.
See, and Joker, there's 6 seconds, bro. He should have just waited until it hit 2 minutes to hit triple, and now it goes triple.
Yep. Well, I think he died like immediately, so I think he knew he was gonna die.
Yeah.
And that's also his first ult, so he was probably eager to get rid of it.
I get that. I get it. A
He
huge,
should have
huge
ulted
pick there.
earlier for sure. Moira, okay, that is huge. Him not playing is definitely huge.
Yeah, looks like they copped it here, man. Hammer nail coffin. This baby is over. It looks like.
Yes, it is, and that will be the game. And it was a 3-0, but that was a valiant effort. And not gonna lie, Solaris best in the game.
Best in the game with the Blev too. One of the most underrated EU players. Blev was just absolutely popping off this whole thing. He's I mean, he plays every hero. He's been playing with Tank. He was playing with Christina, Hua. I mean, he's improved a lot, man. He's improved a lot.
I was just about to say, Blev's just like Gucci, where like another person I saw go from that like, okay, cool, it's an automatic win against someone who's kind of okay, to like, okay, this is harder. Okay, this is really hard. Now it's like, okay, cool, let's dodge.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, he kind of had that same evolution to where like in both of them got good just by grinding ranked against the best players in the game over and over again and not worrying about losing. Getting better being the objective, that's the way it should be.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that, man. That it was just a great team. I think their team played a lot better as a team. They pushed at the same time. They used ults at the correct time. They didn't waste ults. As just a whole, they looks like they played together more, and they were just better as a team.
That is a fact. And I mean, I think we are now done, and I'm fairly certain, right?
Yeah, I think we are. I think it's all. I think we're done with this. Good games, good team plays there. It's fun EU games to watch. I'm glad to see the EU scene growing a lot here. It's good to see all these EU players actually at the high level now, because there weren't too many good EU players. Now there's a lot of them rolling in.
Alrighty. Man, it was great casting with you, though. I'm really glad that you got everything set up. And again, guys, you need to make sure you put in the comments. You need to make sure you're just tagging people in the T3 server to run it like Gordo. Hey, we want to see God in the Arena League, where he
Yes.
belongs.
Yes, please. Tag me in Discord. Doing the T3 Arena server. Reach out to Gordo. Say, hey, we want to see me. We want to see God. I like commenting. I think it's commentating. It's really fun. It's always good to just watch the high level players and not have to be in the game. It's so much stress. Now you can talk about how good they are instead of being one of those players in there.
Now you see why I do it. And it's great to have someone with the knowledge of God to be here. And I think he adds a lot to the comp scene. So if you can do that, I think that's going to be an overall thing that's good